brought him back.
I brought him back for her.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
You had no clue she was there. You cannot lie to me.
And I'm sticking
Look me
to
straight in the face as a dungeon master, right here, buddy. Right here.
I'm looking.
Did you know she was in that closet?
Absolutely not.
Okay. How could you bring someone back if you didn't know somebody else was there?
Because he may have had a wife or some kind of spouse.
Here you go. Here's your dead zombie husband.
You were going to.
That's what I'm getting out of
He
this.
killed himself. For all you know, I could have been trying to incapacitate him first.
Yeah, that's called
Now that I'm
outright.
looking, this is kind of getting like a Yoda sounds.
Thank you, man.
Druids.
I kind of don't want to put that Yoda on the ground because it's just
Right here.
Yoda sounds.
Oh wait.
It's kind of sick.
Wait.
I do have Monster Hunter in my car too. So.
Great druids.
Also need to spell sheet when you're done with that too.
Yeah.
The Grand Druid. The Shadow Circle.
Someone drops keys, by the way.
Or in Stanfield.
I'm sorry. This is a little hard to cut out at the same time.
You know what's terrible? The person who plays Bard is less flashy than the person who plays Necromancer.
I know, right?
I outshined you.
No, that's how I shine you was a
Yeah, with your Dark Star.
technically I outshined you.
I out.
Well,
No, you
outshined
definitely outshined me.
you're outshined by somebody that was invisible.
Exactly.
How does that make you feel, Josh?
You were outshined by him too. How does that
You're
make you
not. I
feel?
don't care.
Me and Joe were in the same shine.
I don't care either.
I was perfectly fine with not being noticed by Legion. Legion was not my senpai.
Look, I didn't even like you like my sheet. Flash
It
sheet.
feels like an inside the corner. Because you and me both like, I don't care about Legion.
I don't care about Legion either.
You heard it here.
Legion can hear you right now.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Good for you.
Crap.
Legion's right here.
I'd just like to say for the record, I never once said that I, didn't like
Oh, see, he's the one trying to say it's hot.
You're helping your cause, Josh.
Actually, he's the only one helping his cause.
We're not going to do it.
Exactly.
Okay, Ben.
Thief,
I need you to hold
Ranger,
here and here.
Rangers,
Just like that.
Priest.
Hmm.
I don't want to look at these.
Gold seems pretty alright.
Can I play a samurai?
Yes.
Are they in the book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, Amazon Priestess, Barbarian Berserker Priest,
There you go.
Fighting Monk.
This is the only original character sheet you will be getting from me. Everything else after this will be
Paper.
paper.
Josh, Illusion is in this.
This is paper.
Okay.
Don't you want to be Illusion?
Have y'all not realized that all the names for most of the dungeon masters are classes from D&D?
No.
Isn't Chronicler
No,
Wolf is
Pathfinder?
actually a 3.5 class.
Yeah, hand it over.
It's called Lone Wolf.
I want it
Oh.
now.
Prophet Priest.
Yeah, wait to think about 5,
I
Joseph.
don't like we can make this happen.
Isn't Chronicler a Pathfinder
I
class?
mean,
Pathfinder Chronicler.
that's true.
Yeah.
As well as he's a secondary Bard, second edition Bard class.
We'll just all go rogue and we can break
The Crusade.
How does that make you feel, Lauren? That you are a bard.
It's okay.
I wish I could ever want to be like, go.
It's
go,
not like a double,
go,
double
go.
standard home or
Okay, so I will let you know whoever's setting right here is going to be like on the camera constantly. So if you don't want to be on the camera, you might want to move that.
There you go. You're a star.
I wished I could
Yay.
like have one pointing this way at you guys, one
No.
pointing this way, and then one pointing straight.
I'll break it.
Why? Because you're on it.
Yes! I'm ugly.
I mean, there is a Lauren.
So
He has a girlfriend.
there's multi-classing.
She's half blind.
Looks.
There's multi-classing in second ed, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he has a better
But
job
did you
than
read
me,
the
too.
Did you read the deal about multi-classing?
No.
Multi-classing, you have to take both classes at level 1, unless you're a human.
Wait, isn't that how it works in
Human's the only one that's allowed to progressively change their class.
That's great.
Wait, so it kind of works. So it works like fifth ed?
Wait,
So I'll be a bard.
so we have to roll a stats first before we select our
You
class.
can
Sorry,
roll. You gotta roll stats.
I'm
Get
confused.
an idea.
Multi-class in anything.
Yeah.
At level 1, you have to be both classes.
Oh, so you have to start out multi-classing.
Yep.
Okay.
Humans are the ones that do it like this, then, but apparently there's not humans around anymore.
Yeah, y'all eradicated humans!
Excuse you, he eradicated
No,
you.
y'all. You let him.
Why
I
would
was
David
dead!
I don't think anyone let me.
David let you.
No, David was gonna try to be peaceful, but I was just like, whole person.
That's true, but he didn't.
When you hold person, I watched the look of betrayal on David's face. It's like,
Hey, I
It's like
could.
he's gonna stab me.
Like I was going to backstab my partner.
huh?
Like I was going to backstab my partner. I think I could anyway.
Where's the say
Actually, you
about
probably could have
multi-classic?
backstabbed him.
Where does it say stuff
No,
about
he
multi-classic?
couldn't backstab me.
I couldn't.
In slow mo.
I went slow.
Oh!
So that's what.
You would have never hit him, so y'all guys would be the ultimate stalemate, because Ben would go to attack and go. And then Joe would never feel it.
And Joe would
Really,
never see
though,
him.
If only.
No, because we have the whole like sense thing, you know, the sense to behind me.
Oh, you go to
Yeah.
So where does it say stuff about multi-classic?
Wait,
It is in the book. It actually shows you
Then
under.
these-
No, it's in that book that Ben's
Yeah.
got.
so what's the deal with kits?
Okay, kits are suggestive. Like, if you don't want to actually do it by the fighter, you can do it. It's pretty much archetypes, but they
Okay.
start at level 1.
And there's a lot more.
Yeah, there's a lot more. So this is where 5th ed, like when everybody heard about the archetypes, they groaned a little bit. That's because 1st and 2nd edition was the first ones to explore. Well, 2nd edition.
Also,
was
we have jobs now.
Yeah, you have jobs now. If you don't have a cook in your party, you're all starving.
I can live with that.
If you don't have someone who can hunt food, okay.
Looks like I'll be rations for
Looks like even navigator, you're always getting lost.
It's kind of getting lost before.
Well, yeah, true. We
Yeah, we
got.
just managed.
We got cart rides everywhere, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
And most of them were led by other people.
Yeah. Were there any led by us?
The first one from the town to the capital,
Was the first one?
and it was all in a simple road. I mean, we had a maid, and we almost got lost.
Since I have to roll 40 dice.
That's something I'm good at.
Okay, so Josh, can you run up my car one more time?
Which all costs me the wrong way.
I asked you constantly what you needed
Dice
for
trick.
this specific reason. Thank you.
I forgot about it. I'm
That's
sorry.
okay. No, that's fine. I understand. I'll be right back. How many do you think I should wrap? 3?
2.
So what's morale?
Oh man, I can't do this. Oh man, the leader's dead. I can't do it. Why? Oh my gosh.
All the leaders up brave stabbing people. Let's go!
Oh man, the leader became evil. He became the new king. What should we do?
Morale is your willingness to do things.
Am
or
I
someone
going to be
else.
a half elf?
Yeah.
Yes.
Half elf, half
Didn't you screw a gnome?
Yeah,
That would be a gnome.
I have no.
but I don't want to be a gnome.
Okay, then you'd be a brand new character line.
Okay.
I'm like
It's
half.
like a zero. I'm gonna do character line too.
I'm like half of a new character line.
You're half
Are
sheep.
you a satyr?
No.
Oh, I wanted to see a satyr! My father was a golden sheep and I have a golden fleece.
That'd be mother.
My mother. My father.
Bah.
So no.
My father couldn't find happiness in human companionship.
No, it's gonna be Alexander.
Alexander.
Bah.
Griswold's last name was Xander.
Okay. Where did
Brother.
Alexander come? Oh.
What, isn't David gonna be a brother too? Apparently.
I think David is, yeah.
Isn't his
What race
brother?
was
What
David?
race are you playing?
Half elf.
Half elf? We may get elves extinct.
You'll get half
It's
elf,
all
maybe.
be elves. There's no choice of it.
Okay, so please clear off that side and that side of the table.
No. My side of the table. It is reserved for me and my snacks.
Crotch, crotch, crotch.
I can't get it to bounce.
Well, good.
Man, I am terrible with camera work.
Maybe I'll be a paladin in this one.
Huh?
Maybe I'll be a paladin in this one.
You get the dinosaur paladin?
Smite through my tail.
A pterodactyl paladin
Be a dino monk.
flying across smiting people.
Flurry of smites.
If I am an dinosaur, I'm gonna be Barney.
Okay,
I feel fear the name of Barney.
Be a
so
satyr, but nah.
Theater.
everybody's gonna need to get a piece of paper.
I want to be a blade bard.
I don't have one of those.
You have a piece of paper? That's in my other bag
Why do we need paper?
for your stat rolls.
Do you not have cards?
No, I do not.
Do you have cards?
Do I look like I have my card box?
Yes.
Mine's in the car.
That you could have got, but
Today is my lazy day. Okay.
you say that, but you set up a YouTube streaming thing.
Racist much?
No, racist. That's not racist. I'm calling you big.
Yes, you're lazy because you're human. That's why all the
Not
humans
wrong.
are gone.
Hey,
If you were
shouldn't,
sheep, you would get more done.
you shouldn't say that. You shouldn't say that because the emperor is a human. So
Well, you know what? No one cares about the Emperor these days.
I beg to differ.
Actually,
He eradicated all humans.
And you know what? The other guy before him eradicated all giants.
So,
What
giants
was
are
wrong
bad.
with that?
I believe that each and every race should be given a chance. Thank you.
But not
They had a
Corgi.
chance.
Not Corgi.
But not Corgi, Josh.
Well, even corgis actually. Even corgis.
You didn't as much
deserve
you
a
hate them.
chance. I don't hate them. I just don't really want to play as one.
I have lost
There you go.
clear D6.
Thank you, Riley. Thank you.
Doesn't want to go.
You're bad at throwing cards, are you?
Well, believe it or not, these aren't cards.
I know, but if you're a good card throws,
Well, I don't know where I want it.
You see how you throw it?
Don't like it.
Like this.
Bugbear.
Put it like this.
Hold on. Make it harder.
I got an 18 for my first roll, and I'm keeping it.
Nice.
Can I have those dice?
You guys saw it here.
Yeah.
I have witness.
Did
I-
no, they did not actually.
Witness
Yeah,
me.
they didn't.
I don't care. They saw it.
They just
You
see
all agree to say you saw it.
They just all see the paper.
Because I'm rolling it into the tray. I'm doing my
That's
stats,
nice.
which is the one thing I don't
Ah!
know.
No!
So
Well,
is,
that's how hot it's gonna be,
is
huh?
it still
Oh.
lower the AC the better?
All right, Snowflake. Meet the powerhouse.
Put it
I
in
do get more than trying.
intelligence.
That was close.
Sounds
He
easy.
still had a 6 in it, but an 8.
You don't get to re-roll ones in this?
I go hard.
Okay.
I don't want to roll.
So is it still the lower the AC the better?
I don't remember.
Oh boy.
Honestly.
Yes. Yes,
I don't
Josh.
trust your opinion. Hello, Sierra.
Why would a class skill for your allies give you minus AC? Why is it
First
that
edition.
better-
First edition is my answer, good sir.
why is it better armor?
Done.
Where is it?
You feel tinky over there?
Better armor
18,
gives you
18,
lower
12,
AC.
13, 10.
Probably because
Not
maybe
bad.
those are cursed armor.
One roll.
That's why.
Those are base armor.
Bless you, bless you.
Don't die.
All I'm saying is I can use that 18 to destroy something. Some stat is going to be godly.
Lauren, does AC still operate going down?
Yep, when
Let's
still
do
want
it.
it down.
Actually, I get one throwaway.
It wasn't until 3.5 that it started going up.
Joel's got an 18.
That's just throwaway number.
Yep.
Oh.
So
So I'm assuming you wouldn't allow a giant kin?
no, they're dead and they're eradicated.
No fear bolt.
There you go, there's my stats. Not in that order exactly. Although it'd be what help a fighter at least.
Well, clean.
you would be.
Oh, my decks would be terrible though.
Oh,
In 8 decks.
it's in that order
Oh,
now.
You mean Reaper.
Even
That's
away.
even
It's in the
worse.
current.
Yeah, it went back to the original
That's
order.
worse than like Genji and Hanzo put together.
What?
I need healing.
We're talking about Overwatch and which characters are trash,
I've
aka
been doing
all
that with
women
every
except
Reinhardt.
game
Reinhardt.
I make characters.
Reinhardt's trash.
I roll one
Everyone
except.
except Reinhardt is trash.
Reinhardt's the
No.
That's objective,
Reinhardt is
not
just trash.
subjective.
To be honest though, I kind of main all of them.
I mean,
well,
any
most of
actual
them.
good
Not
player
those two.
tries to rotate what she
I like to play as the
Honestly, I don't really have a chance.
Look, that's went there.
And Reinhardt. Never played any Reaper. I don't actually have the
I
game
don't
itself.
like
I played
Reaper.
beta.
I don't like Reaper.
Yeah.
I have to say. I don't like his playstyle. I don't like the dual shotguns.
From the shadow.
Yeah, they're
Oh my
shotguns.
gosh.
I like the close range. It's up close and personal.
Your dice.
You want to use those?
A little bit.
I'm not using these stats. These are terrible stats.
I always use my
You gotta hold on to them.
Still
They've been rolling stats since I started playing in Valhalla. I don't use anything else.
Don't reroll yet.
Be
You
left.
rolled your first set, don't reroll.
Nice.
Warren, I'm pissed off.
Just a minute.
Need help.
I got it.
You have all these dice are saying you're not using anything.
I'm not rolling yet.
Your first rolls are the best you can get.
No, not true.
Yeah, you say that there was a
Ben
seven
shit
in
the
first
pants.
That's the
three.
best you're gonna get.
No.
Has everybody rolled their first set?
No.
Me and Joseph has.
Well, you need to roll your first set to see if you even classify for
I don't classify for nothing actually.
They do. You still got a rogue.
I
I don't want to be a fucking roll. Look, I'm not playing a roll this time.
I know.
Ooh, if I pull a class, I think it could even be a paladin.
Is it
Or a
still
monk.
strict requirements for Paladin?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then again, isn't there just like one species of paladin?
Yep,
Yeah.
Sariel.
Sorrel.
I don't know what Sariel is.
The
Dinosaur
dinosaur.
people.
Which dinosaur?
Any of them.
You be
Maybe I'll be a paladin Sariel. I want
Yeah.
to smite with my tail.
Yeah, you can smite with a tail.
By the way,
Also,
Lauren,
I trust Ceratops. If you think about it, your tips are like, then you have a tri-beam, a tri-beam,
Try smite.
yeah, tri-smite.
Lauren, do you allow rerolls?
Oh, I think that's gonna be
No.
Ankylosaurus.
You only roll 3.
Is
Real
it
1 3.
Paladins have to have a 12 strength, a 9 con, a 13 wisdom, a
Are we
charisma of
required to do
17.
3 or do we 4
set
What do you mean?
for dice rolling?
46.
See?
Okay.
I rolled.
You rolled
I
36.
told you
Yeah.
I was
46
just
then
going hard.
reroll.
I do that all the time with my stats.
But I don't want to be a good.
I always use an oddball. Yeah.
And you don't
I have one
reroll
that's
these,
I don't
right?
wanna be-
It's an oddball.
And you don't reroll.
Do you trust
Don't
it?
reroll ones.
I would have been
take
happy to be okay
three
with me rolling
highest?
3 dice, but still,
I should have had a fourth clear one, but I
Did you
don't.
take 3 highest or
3
all
highest.
4?
I'm getting smited
3
tonight. I'm getting smited.
That's
You were born a human and you died.
Wait, Nolan.
Ben doesn't like rolling 46.
Oh.
He's there, alright.
I think that's Dad answering your your favor.
Hello.
That's an 18.
That's an 18.
6.
Oh damn.
I saw an 8.
That's 17.
17.
He hasn't got over a double digit
He's going great.
10.
Oh, you died.
Curse of
Now I'm
fans
gonna have a
upon you.
bad time.
11. That's a 10.
11.
10.
16,
You dropped the lowest. 10.
Wait. 18, 17, 16. I hope it's a 15.
Come on.
Oh, there we go, Ben. 17.
14.
14.
Still
Skip
no,
the
baby.
number. Just because you said that.
If you had the 1, it's a 15.
That's true.
14. There you
So
go.
we
Now
gave
you're
you a
starting to
15.
hit your ball.
Apparently
That's 6.
13.
12.
15's not
How many
bad.
stats?
Wait, I got a freebie.
Six.
Wait, I got a freebie.
No, you don't get a
1,
freebie.
2, 3, 4, 5,
It was
6.
suck
That's
anyway.
it.
That's true.
I have 6 stats here.
Wait, is the first one 12?
Yeah.
Why
12.
could that not be the last one?
Right.
Okay, to all players at the table, I will let you be notified of this.
Okay.
The king's blessing for this round is intelligence.
That means
What do you mean by that?
You get a +1 to intelligence.
cool.
Okay.
You know, that's what I was about.
It'd be funny if a priest got actually a boost because a priest became.
I would have made it Dex if I knew that. I thought my main score was Dex.
Which do you perceive the range? You circled the smart.
Yeah.
That's
Not the book reading kind of smart. The hey, I'm on the streets kind of smart.
Street smarts.
That was the wise, bud.
They're not wise.
No.
I mean, wise guys, but
I am being so mediocre right now. I have 2 10s.
Have you rolled your stats?
3 10s.
That 6 kills me.
Ben's got a 6. Stick it in your constitution.
Look, I want to be a freaking monk, okay?
Let's see if Joe gave y'all a re-roll. Yeah, he did.
Oh my
What do you
goodness.
mean?
You don't get to roll them yet. I'll explain in a minute.
Okay.
Oh.
They
So,
The
now
reroll
have
means
come to
3
a
dice.
dilemma.
Joe's options. Joe put 5. I gave Joe 5 options as king, and he doesn't know what any of them mean. And they actually either assist or hurt you in character building. Joe had no clue.
I hope it hurt us.
No, he helped you.
No, I want him to hurt us.
He helped you in 2 areas, hurt you in 1, severely destroyed the world.
Nice.
Fire.
hey Lauren,
I burned everything.
I know.
I think the dice really like you
Why?
more than me.
Why?
Because with what I rolled, I cannot be hard.
Her name will be
Well, how much do you need to become a bard?
Jimmy. No, Jimmy.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, so Joseph picked loyalty to his people.
Okay.
So, how many of y'all are happy with your stats?
No.
How many of you
I'm
would
fairly
like to replace 3 of your stats?
Yes.
3 of them?
3 of them.
Do you get to choose between the stats?
He gets-
or-
Joe picked the one that allows you to choose between the 2 of them.
I can choose 2 of them.
Joe doesn't know it, but he chose what you believe to be stronger. And he chose faith. So therefore, I know.
You literally burned the world, for leaving.
Sure.
So, I can re-roll. 1
Yeah.
stat.
No, 3.
Maybe we need a better god, huh?
Oh! Oh!
Do you have
Shots
to keep what you
fired!
roll?
Hmm?
Do you have to keep what
That's
you
one
roll?
reroll gone.
Not correctly. That's a 10, but
Do you have to keep what you roll?
you can choose between.
That's 10. So that's my second reroll.
16! Okay. One more good.
Come on, give me a higher than my 10. Yeah!
15.
Alright, well then my chance to roll change now.
Wow.
This is like best character ever!
Yeah, no, all 3 of my rerolls weren't great.
Now,
but
you
I'm
want me to
already
tell you
getting
how
my
Joseph
stats.
accidentally screwed you guys, though?
Yeah.
I don't care.
There's going to be a lot more monsters.
That's
not
a
bad.
blessing, kind of.
Like, Lauren, like,
12, 14.
It's pretty good.
Now I'm stuck between Alagi and Wemmick for the most part.
do we have an elf
9,
guy?
12.
No, I've never had an elf guy.
Because I'm being high elf.
I'm sure you are.
Are you going to do that multi-class thing that you said? Let me see.
I don't think I can be
Let me
that.
see if you can. Let me see.
I'm not saying out loud,
Let me
but
see if you
you
can be.
tell me if I can or not.
I will
Remember,
see.
you can choose between stats. So.
Multi-class.
You can
I thought it was
choose
only
between-
3 stats.
Yeah, 3 stats. You can choose between the higher scores. So you phased out a 7 into 2.
Yes, and
I don't think it's still 3.5 that you can multi-class that way.
Roll an 18. Come on.
I need to roll a 15.
Roll an 18.
I'd like an 18.
Roll an 18.
I'm gonna be feeling
That's gonna be a 3.
I'm gonna be.
Elf is fighter mage, fighter thief, or mage thief only.
I really wish we had
My
a
dice
wizard
don't like
book.
Well, that's true.
Or fighter cleric, fighter thief.
Can I
fighter
use
mage,
different dice?
Cleric ranger. Yeah, but there's all the multi-class options.
So if that's the case, since multi-classing is an option, could I do fighter wizard?
Not fighter wizard.
No.
You're in the wrong book. This is mage.
Fighter mage, I guess.
This would be a fighter mage.
What class? What race are you?
Either Alligator or Alligator doesn't take wizard apparently.
Yep, you have to be able to be it, and then you have to fall within one of the multi-class sets. Multi-class sets are fighter thief, fighter cleric, fighter
Every fighter
mage.
you have to have constitution in terms of gain. You have to, your stats have to be equal to it too.
I got 3 better numbers, but
That's not exactly right.
they don't help me. Well, I mean, they do. But they don't.
15.
Can I have that 15?
That's for the constitution bid.
Question is, where?
You must meet the requirements of both classes, and it must be within this parameter.
I don't
Fighter
think,
cleric, fighter thief, fighter mage, cleric ranger, cleric mage, thief mage cleric, thief mage fighter.
Do we know our
was there
genders?
a fighter
I don't know,
cleric
did you
mage
check this
or fighter
morning?
mage cleric?
Fighter mage cleric.
Oh, it's question mark
But here's the
today.
deal. You have to split your experience between all 3 classes.
Right. So it takes
Barbie or Ken.
a really long time to level up.
Yes. So example,
But
for a normal character that might take 2,000 experience to level up, it would cost you about 7,500. But when you hit a level up, you usually hit level up
for
in
all
all 3 of them. So fighters would level at 2,000, mage would level at 2,500, cleric would level at 2,250.
I need to see my knowledge ratio.
2,250 for cleric sometimes.
Well, so you add all those
The only
together.
thing I can see though is if I do take the
No,
sorry,
they
I'm
become
never getting
independent
armor.
experience checks.
Oh, so once I reach
Because, I mean, are they
2,000,
gonna have
I would
exotic
level up
armor
as
just
a
available
fighter,
everywhere?
and then
No.
no.
If you get 100 experience points, you get 33 in fighter, 33 in mage, 33 in cleric.
Yo,
Where does that one go?
if I become sorry, and am I gonna never get armor to fit me
No, you'll get armor to beat you.
at a jacked up price?
Nope, there's a Sariel village.
Sweet. So I will just keep going back to the village, and be like,
No.
make me think.
Yeah, you'll have to go back there and get your
I'm
armor.
sorry, Lauren. I'm not as high up. I'm a gray elf.
Magic armor can fit you too.
So do I get like a sword that has like a mouth hold,
No, they have hands. They have hands.
or like
Yeah.
a punch dagger in my mouth?
No,
Huh.
because you have a hand.
You
You have hands. No, you have hands, arms.
So I'm like,
No.
a raptor
Hold on.
just with like, oh,
I'll show you what they look like.
that'd be so weird.
I'm gonna be at 12.
They do look weird, but they look awesome at the same time.
Here they are.
Oh, so they're like that.
Yes, yeah, they're like anthropomorphic.
Is that dark elves right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
There's 4 there.
Where's the normal, the standard races?
Where's the demi-humans?
yeah, there's 4 of them. I forgot.
At
Yeah,
that one?
humanoids. Josh has it.
Well, this
That's
is
all there is.
humanoids. Demi-humans is right there.
This is like Land Before Time meets
Right?
TV.
Seriously.
Like that is literally the 4.
Joseph, what do you think our
And
Russian
then
campaign
turn
is?
page back and it gives you stats and stuff.
Joseph, what do you think about my Stegosaurus priest and Joseph?
Yeah, then it's in that book. Let me see
Is that what
that.
it was?
Yes! I'm a Stegosaurus priest.
Oh, and it's not in that book either.
I'm a Stegosaurus priest. And Philfang was a raptor. He was a monk cleric who was pastist. I mean, unless his blood, then becomes raptor nature comes
I'm
in.
really
he
thinking
becomes
about
a monk.
sinking that 18 in the
He's
text.
a cleric first, monk when he sees blood.
I want to go back down that road.
Philfang was my best
So
character.
here's my
They're right here.
Do you pick a kit for
It's really
each
dark.
class?
Yeah,
Or do you
right
only
here,
get to
right
pick
Because
one
whether
kit?
Yeah, same thing.
Do you pick a kit for each class, or do you only pick one kit?
What do you mean?
The kits.
If you pick a kit, you get that kit. That's it.
Okay.
You can't multi-class kits like
You can't multi-class kits.
Okay.
That's what makes them.
They're highly specialized. You can't multi-class them.
I mean, I figured I couldn't because I figured it wouldn't make sense, but yeah. Okay.
think Lawrence is happy that I moved away from being Pixie Thief. That will ruin his world.
What are the requirements? for
Joel,
being a
the
thief?
pigs become the king.
Requirements for becoming a thief should be
Can you
like a
breathe?
dex of
You can
9.
be a thief.
Dex of 9.
Dex of 9.
Well, you know what? Maybe I'll be a pixie thief because I can't be bard.
What are you missing Bard by?
One.
Possibly 1.
I
You
rolled
need,
one.
you need
I'm
a
not
12
sure.
dex, a 13 intelligence, and a
I won't be
15.
You get a +1 to intelligence.
I don't have the 15.
15 charisma.
You have a 14?
Yes.
You get a +1 to intelligence. Bam, done.
He doesn't need the 15 on intelligence. Do you not realize how bards are?
Why don't you find a
Wait,
class that gives you a
is monk
+1
not in
to
this?
whatever you need?
Because it's not fun.
A race.
Do half elves give +1 to anything?
Monks are not in this.
No, they're not.
Wait,
But there's
how
a-
did how
there's
does
a
the film
priest
thing work
kit for
then?
monk. There's a priest kit for
Pretty
monk.
There's a
sure,
priest
like-
kit from us. It's in here.
Like, satyrs don't give me that +1.
Kind of want to go back to the inspired.
Joe's like,
Right.
It's easy.
But I'm really curious to like see how well the multi-class.
what do you need the +1 to?
Charisma.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You don't know this.
I mean,
Uh,
mean, if you
Literally the
think about
one
it,
thing that
Joseph
person
was
needs.
one of the most charismatic bastards in our last campaign, so
roll 4d6. And you have one last chance right now to get it.
I'm not rolling Joseph's.
They don't like you either.
They don't.
would you like to use my dice?
No.
Jesus, okay.
That was a 6.
4.
There's your
That's a
16.
16.
Okay.
There.
You just have to be angry.
I know.
Apparently.
You
It's
should get a pair of
passion.
slime dice.
I'm gonna show you guys one
It's a
item
really
now
good
I will not
spot.
use in this game.
What?
It's one item I will not use in this game that I think is
Oh.
absolutely fun.
Have you guys actually do
Cloud Castle.
Why won't you?
Cloud castles allow you to build. It's literally a castle that floats in the atmosphere. They're
Want to
called
start with one?
No.
Please.
they're called cloud castles because it goes against the lore. 'Cause the giants are dead. Remember?
Yeah, that means their castles.
That means their
free.
castles are free!
Go find one.
Okay.
Oh,
have a
but
mission.
wait!
We have.
But
a mission.
wait!
But wait, what?
Sky Captain Cox is dead because Joseph annihilated all humans.
Well, we'll find his ship.
And we'll just take his
His ship is an artifact now,
There
Ah.
you go.
if you can find it.
Yeah, it's ancient. We'll find a new one. You know, a better one.
Oh no, who became the new Captain
I'll
Cox?
just steal one from
Because he has a lot of orphans over there. So,
How many of
Find one.
How many of those orphans were
he has
humans?
Sky Captain Robertson.
All of them.
They all take on the mantle of Cox.
Yeah, for 100 years till they die.
Yeah, there's that too.
Unless become an
Try more like 50.
Unless they're
Humans
elves.
only live to be like 50 or 70.
That's if they're healthy. They're all orphans. They're not healthy.
True.
More like 25.
And y'all guys said this banter wasn't good for the internet.
Hey, Lawrence.
It's still not good.
Am I only allowed to replace that 14?
Can I get that?
No. You can replace any one of
Riley,
your
can you
stats.
hand me the humanoid die, please? Thank you.
Okay.
Because I still need to decide on a race.
But when I kill you first, Riley, don't complain.
Are you gonna kill me first
I don't
on
know.
purpose?
I don't know.
That's not sort of answer you should
I'll
give.
think about it.
Are you going to kill me on purpose?
I'll think about it.
Are you gonna kill me from fault that is not my own?
Yes. I don't know. Monsters are monsters, bro.
Riley, what are you playing? Bard what?
Blade,
No,
Race.
Race.
half elf.
We're gonna be an Elden race, aren't we?
You can't be humans! That option was sort of extinguished.
That's true.
The boxy are in this one.
Not here.
Yeah, they are.
Right here.
Yeah, they're not in
there's
there.
Eastern, oh, there. The Wemmicks are.
Tabaxi.
Oh yeah, no, I remember now.
Where's the book for the Saurians?
Right.
Right there.
There.
I gotta make my smiting dino.
What kind of down are you gonna be, Joseph?
Don't know, that's why I needed the book.
Joseph's like, I'm a smiting dino. This is gonna be funny.
Where does it tell you the different ones? Oh, there we
See?
Yep, yep.
There's four
Right
different
there's
ones.
Chris's original D&D name.
Yeah, I remember I saw that.
Yeah,
And I was like,
go. Ooh,
wow.
maybe it'll be a flyer.
a flyer.
Oh, dive bomb and smite.
Oddly enough,
You can fly
It's
through
my
like
bomb.
the gargoyle all over again. Technically, are gargoyle in a sense.
My way. Burn villages down. It would fit well.
You're right. Oh, you know that we know that
Tell you
he's a
more
spy
about
for the king.
each one.
Yes.
Oh, I see. It's got the little
Now you're just gonna have to get Joseph a maul or a muzzle. The muzzle of smiting. Dude, there's a muzzle of smiting. You just headbutt people and smite them.
Wait, are you
Really?
serious?
Yes, there's a muzzle of smiting. It's a muzzle you put on your mouth and it straps behind your head, and you headbutt people and you smite them when you do it.
There's actually a page
It allows the
Australian
character to smite
What is
using muzzle.
That is
Pinhead
awesome.
is
Jill,
mainly
did you
what
hear
that
that?
is right there. That's Pinhead.
What is it?
There's a muzzle of smiting.
How do you get that?
It's one of those in the book.
nice.
Can I buy that?
Maybe.
You headbutt people and smite
I'll,
them.
I'll give you my legacy, whatever it is, or artifact, whatever it is. The card.
Oh, no.
See, like,
Oh, I could just. That's the most thing I'm most comfortable with, and it'll turn into it.
there's just
I
like that.
mean,
Before you have
if
to have
you think
two
about
games.
It doesn't work for this character, though.
No, that's what it gives you pluses and minuses.
Yeah.
I know. I was thinking that I have 20 decks.
I mean,
Oh,
Sorials would be
true.
trained to headbutt if they're used to headbutting. So I mean,
You're a flyer.
hello.
Hello, Legion.
No.
Right here.
Legion number one.
I was
So, Lauren,
trying to figure out.
I think this is the best paragraph here for what a gallant bard would be.
I'm trying to find the muzzle of smiting again.
Where are you seeing?
For the past 7 months, I've been following the
What are
jousting
you?
circuit established by His Royal Highness Duke Mark of Gunmarkey.
No.
It's been a splendid round of competition. So far, I've only won 3 of my 27 matches, but nearly 24 of the fairest sex
Give me a bird.
will whisper my name for years to come, for I have entranced them with my honest charm and pure
Give me a
heart.
bird.
Muzzle of lycanthropy control.
Cockroach.
Muzzle of mauling. Muzzle of training. Muzzle of smiting.
Isn't there dogs in this
Muzzle
town?
of smiting allows you to use
Smite
your
my
head or your forehead to
I
smite.
think that's
This may be used for paladins, but you cannot wear a helmet while doing so.
So
No,
Not really know
Smite the
You
muzzle.
can smite with your head.
but then you can't sack a helmet.
Then you
Sack
can't
the
say
muzzle.
from there. What do you have to be to be a paladin?
The only way they can be a paladin is if they're a Sariel. It's the only race left that can.
Yeah, be a paladin. 'Cause I know he
Flint head
wiped out
specifically.
The
humans.
thin head is the only one that can be paladin.
Oh, that sucks.
Guess what my name is?
Hanzo.
No.
As a samurai?
Genji.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Hanzo.
Jenny.
Hanzo was a samurai.
Jenny.
I've actually came over here to
Hi.
Jenny Hanamura.
Hey,
How
I've
are you?
actually I'm pretty good, but I'm actually here to see if there was actually a D&D going on right now.
I do a private game for D&D. I have the big games on Sunday. Do you know about those?
Yes, I have.
We actually do those games on Sunday, which is open to the community. Anybody out there can come in. You meet with anybody you want to. We get a mission board up, and you pick missions, and you go on missions. And there's a huge story. It's a huge world. So, I mean, come check it out.
One world? Bullcrap.
I said huge worlds.
Okay.
It's that I'm actually trying to learn D&D because my friend's having his birthday October 2nd.
This is not the one to learn.
No.
Are you sure? This is on Thursdays. I do D&D Through the Ages. We started on first edition. They have annihilated my first edition campaign, and so they're continuing the same campaign, but now they got to go into a new world, the same world, with a different system because the world is changing.
You can be the
Magic's is fluctuating.
cat.
Sundays, even Sundays, people can teach you to play. It's fairly simple. It's fun.
I think it'd be even humanoids.
Come check it out. We can help you make
Yeah,
characters.
Yeah,
We'll have
they're
character
in-
sheets and
they're
everything.
humanoids.
Alright, well,
I need it.
I'm actually trying to
Yeah,
make my own
go
D&D
for it.
figure right now.
Good luck.
Your own D&D figurine? We have people who paint some. Josh, Joe, y'all have y'all's figurines that you can show them a little bit. We do figurines and stuff as well. So if you find them and you want help painting, you know, there's people here who can take them and paint them for you and bring them back or anything you want to.
Alright. Well, is it still okay that I watch?
Yeah, you can watch. I was just
That's what
letting.
I'm here for.
That's what she's here for. She comes just.
Make the characters in the
It's
back.
character making, but the banter's
I
been
know.
beautiful.
I've been listening on the way over.
Did you hear about the Josh making the comment of there were orphans before me, and Joseph goes, not as many.
I didn't say that.
And I also want to point out,
Who did?
you don't need
Riley did. Excuse
yeah,
me.
and you don't need a new god.
Riley, you're so cynical. I'm starting to believe you're Joseph.
Joe said Joe said they didn't need a new god.
Yeah, we do.
They're actually creating their characters today.
What? I mean, I made 20 sacrifices. I never got anything. I
He
even
got-
made an imaginary friend, and he got the bonuses.
Yup. That's because of what
Here are my
he
other
did.
characters I try to play.
Oh no, here we go. It's happening again.
Oh no.
Ben's bringing back his old trends. He's already gone through first edition with an old trend. He's getting one of his other old trends.
What's this one?
Wheatfield.
Wheatfield?
Oh, you have no clue what you're
What
with.
does that
Oh! No! I heard the one word I never want to hear from Ben.
Oh, bloody mage. Keep it in Harris playing book.
God,
Bloody Mage?
my life is going to be a living hell.
Bloody Mage?
Like first
Bloody
edition.
mage. Ben playing a mage is just like.
But
There's a reason he doesn't play mage in 5th ed.
Mage is my second best class.
Lauren?
Me and Lauren have played. I played almost every
Lawrence?
class.
Oh,
You
good.
saw Ben's beauty of Rogue in the first
I
edition.
know.
Wait.
I was about to say no. Can you stop this?
No,
Can we,
no.
Can we just
No.
like,
No.
can we
Wait,
just like,
Lauren, I have requirements to be illusionist.
No.
can we just like
You don't want
destroy
that.
this world and move on to
I
Seven-
can't,
No.
I can't anyway. It's no one can be the gnome.
You're
Why?
not
What's
the
wrong with
DM.
What's
Can
wrong
we-
with you?
can we
What's
just,
wrong?
Like,
He's
move to
panicking.
3.5 and
No,
destroy
no.
this
You
world?
gotta,
No?
you gotta run through each edition.
Now, which class should I be? Which?
Oh no! Do you need me to tell you which one it is, Ben? Do you need me to tell
It's
you which one it is?
divination.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not. I'm pretty sure it's conjuration. Let me check.
But no, it is concentration.
Let me check. Let me double check. Let me double check. Let me double.
Maybe I'll do mage.
Oh God, it starts.
Where are the spells at?
Flying.
I'm curious.
A flying mage. That's like my worst nightmare.
Lauren, where
What
are the
about a
spells?
flying invisible rogue in 5th ed?
No, that doesn't bother me. In
Where are the spells?
the back of the player's handbook.
Where's the player? I need a player.
I got it right here.
Wait, are you flying Invisible Rogue in 5th ed?
Oh God,
I
it's
did it one point,
evocation, Ben. Oh
I
God.
took a potion of flying,
What actually,
and I have my invisibility cloak,
quite future.
and I'm a ranged
I've been
shot
assigned.
anyways.
Oh Jesus.
And the race of Borg.
So
Well.
Yep, Ben, it's evocation.
Yeah, that's why.
And there's
I
12 of
usually
them in
like
this one.
spellcasters.
12.
There's 12 different kinds in this one.
You gave me
What
that.
are the advantages of
I've been looking for something to make.
Most of the time, you're not the one getting
And I have the
hit
book so you can
by
make
all
more.
DM is
I need.
front.
I've been looking for an item device.
Oh man.
I don't know if you go
You could
maybe,
always be a.
maybe if you can go with someone who has
But
like
I'm mostly
can make you like an anchor swing.
Everyone else chose.
Hey Ben.
Yeah,
I don't want to fly too high to the sun and die.
Wait, what are you?
I wanted to.
Huh?
Your character.
Who is it?
The one you look for the flying.
It's Burma.
Oh, okay.
It's my little
If
14-year-old.
you come to bread and breakfast, I'm pretty sure Lent wants to make you wings.
Oh, it's evocation, Ben. Oh.
We gotta pay a heavy price.
Ben's
I
gonna
guess, like,
annihilate all of my resistance in this game. Just you wait.
Yeah.
I have no doubt.
He's going back to the Field family, which screw them.
Wheatfield family?
The
No,
Field
the
family.
field is like.
F-I-E-L-D.
Okay.
It's like mom and shit upon and shit up.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So kind of like.
That's like I have families. If you ever hear the words Everstain, Stanton's, Brassault now, or Stayholtz. Stayholtz and Stantons are the same people.
And for me, it's Anders.
Ben's is Anders, Fields, I say,
Because one paladin I have to be good.
And Bit.
I don't want to be good.
Bits.
Wait, what do you mean you have to be good?
Me, it's
Lauren, do you have to be good to be a paladin?
Yep.
Yep.
Why?
did not change until 3.5.
Same thing as clerics.
That's dumb.
No, clerics can be any alignment.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to coincide with their
How
god.
does that make sense?
Because you
'Cause
can worship any god.
Because you have to make your
that's
god
right. Yeah,
look
you're
nice.
right. You're right.
You
you're
can only
right.
be one
Because
kind of
if
paladin.
that's the
Stop,
case,
name of
then
good if you're
can't. Never mind.
No, you have to smite in the name of good. Literally.
And Legion being Legion, it's just like it's all over the place.
I'm thinking about being gallant now. It's such a ridiculous thing. Its specialty is romantic warrior. Cavalier.
You're killing me, Ben. No, look at this. Ben's gonna stick out like a sore thumb and flip me off every chance he gets again. I'm just waiting for it.
Except he's gonna stick out this time. He's not gonna be missing.
I thought he was going to do Thief Mage, which was going to be even.
They can really just do fighter or thief.
Oh no, that's been literally.
Roll for invisibility. And I'm in high shadows.
Hide in shadows, invisibility. I'm gone.
Yeah.
Forever.
But the Field family is a lot worse than that. They're descendants
emo.
of Kaze,
Oh god.
and Kaze is known for two things.
Destruction.
No.
No, I'm the god of wind.
Why?
Because only let
He
their
was the god
guidance
of
better
wind.
than others.
Oh boy.
But he's also known for another thing.
I don't think-
Walls, beautiful walls.
What are we talking about? I push up panties. What are you talking about?
Walls,
Ben
walls
was-
of making.
So Ben was the original Trump?
Yes.
What?
Well, there you go.
Ben was trumping before Trump
I
came
was.
along. Oh, I can't wait for this game.
I might die.
This is gonna be the one that. Oh yeah, you got the D4 HP. Ben's gonna be like
Yeah,
walking on thin ice everywhere he goes.
Yeah, for a while.
Yeah. D4 HP. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's
No,
crap.
like throughout the entire game is gonna be walking on thin ice.
Oh, he'll get 5 HP because his con's 15.
You don't get con bonuses as wizard.
Yes, he does. I overruled that. Remember?
Okay.
I
No,
said that is the one.
You do, just not after.
Not
10th
after level
level.
10.
Okay.
I believe that is the same for all classes.
Yes.
What is it?
The not being able to get a con bonus after level 10.
Oh,
That
We
was
went
a roll
over
done.
this.
Can we get a mimic
Nice.
this game?
What?
A mimic?
I would be.
We were screwed.
They have the chance to walk in on a beholder this game too.
No, I
Oh!
would
Can't be a
play
beholder
mimic.
mimic.
Huh?
I would play a mimic.
There's
if
something
I
called a
was allowed to.
shapeshifter. You could be a shapeshifter.
Yeah, but you
Can
have
I
to be a female.
shapeshift in the chest?
Really?
I would assume
Do you
so.
mind to make
Can
that
you hand me the
sacrifice?
druid's handbook, please?
Oh, the class shapeshifter? No, you can be anything.
Yeah.
I thought you meant the changeling.
No.
Changelings can only be females.
Thinking, are you willing to sacrifice your own Judah?
Hey, I've played males and
As a
females.
druid, there's actually a
Just
class,
wanna
or
make
a
sure.
kid, I mean, being
I played a 6'7" female that could kick anybody's butt.
How do you
Oh, so you
shape?
need Birdo?
Except for
Huh?
one little guy.
No. Her name was Alara. She's a barbarian cleric.
I remember this story.
She was awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, plus my dex. Okay. My dex is now at 17.
Oh, and I'm off Monday.
pacifist.
Yeah.
You suck.
That's nice.
Oh wait, you're not
Shapeshifter.
Monday. Never
Joe,
mind.
are you off Monday?
No.
Ben, are you off Monday?
No!
Jeez. Labor Day, and people who labor aren't even off.
Why is Labor?
I somehow
Why
got
is it
lucky
called
enough to-
Labor Day?
It was to celebrate the blue-collar people. It was to give them a last 3-day weekend before school started, so that way they could actually get the last-minute things done that they needed to.
So now school starts before Labor
Shapeshifter
Day.
druids master their shape-changing powers at a lower
Wow.
experience level than other druids.
I will grab a bonus.
Druids and
Oh,
other
you're
branches have
right.
limits on their shape-changing
What?
powers.
Huh?
Point.
Who are you mostly focusing on right now?
What do you mean?
For
Intelligence.
class.
Yeah, your intelligence.
My intelligence is on 18.
It's just like,
Oh
I'm
my
thinking about-
god! You get your
combo is
shape-changing
50,
power at
Because
first
of an elf.
instead of 7.
Elf is a -1 in Constitution.
oh shit! Did you get a +1 today?
Yes!
Polymorph
Oh,
immediately.
My dex is now at 17.
Until she reaches 7.
Good. That's good. Good.
Only the form of
18
natural
at
creatures
least
whose hit
half
dice
of the
total no
money
greater than
On
half the level.
innocent or romance.
Okay.
So it's not fun.
Yeah, but
It
later
is
on,
like-
it'll get crazy. So instead of like
playing
being
It's
able
like
to be
Paladin
invisible,
Light. Well, it's not a dinosaur.
you could
It's like
do
Paladin
anything
Light
forever.
with wizard spells.
Yeah, but I could be invisible forever and polymorph at will.
Never
Well, you
overstay
wanna
is
get
welcome at any place.
Are these characteristics of your
Technically, I
bard?
could still do
No, this is
You
go.
can pixie
Well,
druid.
they might
No,
be.
because Pixie
No,
Druid
no,
is
no,
better
no,
than
push
fighter.
that, no.
The code of the gallant. The gallant will defend
So
lovers,
weird.
the innocent, and
Lauren,
those of the opposite sex, and aid them in times of need, unless
That's
they
a bard!
unless they are enemy. It is bard.
Yeah.
It's a great bard.
Yeah, that,
Lauren,
Unless they are enemies or hostile. Never marry nor solemnly
can't
vow
a
to love
pixie be
only
a
one
druid?
person.
That bard thinks with one
Because they're
head.
already druids.
Because they're
That just
Even
sounds like
though
the
they have
definition of a
to.
player.
They're
Yeah,
druids.
exactly. And it's not the
They
right
have
head.
druid abilities already.
This is
They can
so
shift it. That's
I know.
that's for racial power.
Fae are
Never
what the
retreat
druids
from combat
protect.
until allies
Yeah.
of the opposite sex.
So
have
Fae
done
cannot
so
be a
first,
Fae.
That just sounds like
unless
a
they
player.
are fellow
Druid
gallants.
pull power from the Fae.
Fae.
Yeah. So why can't
A Fae is already drawing power from the Fae.
okay? Why not draw more power from the Fae to use more power?
This is like the non-lethal damage with a chair to a chair, Josh.
Okay. I want you to think of a circle, okay?
Uh-huh.
A druid at level 1 starts filling up that circle
Uh-huh.
to become more Fae-ish.
Fish.
Fae-ish.
Yes.
If you are already a Fae, such as a pixie, your circle's already full. You can't plug any more in. Make sense?
No, I don't see why you can't why you can't pull in more.
Can you get a grade over 130?
In
Yes.
school,
Yes.
I would
The
assume
typical
so.
grade goes to
Yeah.
what point?
I have
Can
no
you
idea.
exceed 100%?
Yes,
Yes.
How?
by getting in good with the teachers.
Okay. God don't love Fae. Period.
But what if the Fae love Fae?
Period.
No one makes Fae on Fae actions.
Lauren.
So literally what it comes down, okay, let me explain really, okay?
14.
Fae and druids are pretty much the same thing. Druids are pulling on from nature and the magic of nature.
It's kind of like a ranger.
Fae is the magic
I
of
won't say
nature.
that's a rogue and an elf.
It can't pull, like druids pull from these creatures you're saying need to be druids, that can be druids. They're the ones getting pulled power from for the druids.
Wasn't the
Okay.
captain of the aerial human?
So,
Yes.
real quick,
Oh, she's dead.
Yes.
what classes do we have for sure so far?
Mage.
Bard.
Bard.
Samurai.
Samurai.
And I'm probably going to be a fighter mage or a fighter mage priest.
Those are multi-mages.
Mage cleric. Oh my god.
So, armor and equipment
Oh,
here.
Leon.
So we're all mages.
You are going to be so slow at leveling, you know this, right?
Yeah.
Joel, just be our healer again and just kill us all.
Are you gonna still be obsessed with fire?
Yes.
I didn't kill you guys.
I didn't die.
No, let's see.
The
You
wand killed you.
You.
Why
2
you-
HP.
Oh no, you're right.
I
John
literally,
Go 4 HP.
I literally gave you guys
Yeah.
a warning beforehand.
When?
Now.
Warning results may vary.
He did! He screamed it! He screamed it!
I do not
To
remember
be
this.
fair,
I
we
was
He
were
did,
fine
he screamed
when
it.
that happened.
We were trying to leave and we
We're
weren't
fast
allowed
enough.
to.
How did they get
I
out
was
of the door
okay.
anyways?
I
It
was
was locked.
Hey, if you gave me a few minutes.
Until Lynn picked it, it was locked.
I needed an instrument,
I
Lauren.
suggested one for you.
What was it?
A tuba.
Oh.
Why?
Wah, wah, wah.
That's a trombone.
I know.
You can do it on trumpet. Easy.
Fine, you want to be instrument specific?
Oh. Only what he cares. Wow. The gallant is a paladin with wizard spells.
What?
The gallant bard is
Yeah.
a paladin with wizard spells.
Okay.
They can wear any armor.
This sounds good.
Seems like consideration.
Order the talent.
Like, weapons.
You did it with evocation, right, Lauren?
Yep, it's evocation.
Okay.
Constitution 16. I don't qualify for it.
Special damage.
So,
Oh, ignore those.
Lauren,
That's for the specialist mages.
if I
They
do
can live.
multi,
You don't need to be specialist.
rounds.
if
Specialist is the one where you got to deal with the tree and the side to side and all that.
I do multi-class, does that mean I also pick a wizard school whenever I
Doesn't
level
mean
up
the
to that
code
point?
is gallant.
No.
It's like paladin code.
And you start as a wizard.
I know.
Okay, listen. You know in 5th ed where you can take one class, one class, one class, one class? When you
Yes.
multi-class in this edition, it is all one class.
I know that. I understand that.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
You don't seem to be.
Yes.
Because you start as a mage.
I know. I understand that. What I mean
It's a
is
bard
later
kid.
on, once you level up and have whenever, like, say I was just a normal wizard, once I level up to get to the point where I pick a school,
You start at level 1. Wizards don't pick schools unless you're a specialist mage in this edition.
I could,
Ben could, but he's not going to.
because that's I don't want to be.
I want to be held by my school, even if I'm choosing one school already.
You don't pick, okay. You only pick a school if you're a specialist mage.
Okay. And you can't do that if you're multi-class?
You can do it, but you're only going to be able to cast one style of spell.
I'm okay with that.
No, you're not.
Unless you're a pirate.
Because then you're used to the one that's opposite of you.
What do you mean?
What's evocation's opposite one?
Evocation is opposite.
Abjuration.
Evocation.
I don't know.
Oh,
Enchantment.
yeah.
So anytime anybody throws enchantment, charm
Joseph,
at you, hold person, it's auto. You fail.
Hey, what
Okay,
what
that's
gender
fine.
is your character?
I don't want to be that. I want to be conjuration. The opposite
Conjuration.
is illusion, which means
Greater divination.
Oh, divination.
No
God,
everyone.
fuck you.
That's perfect for me. That doesn't matter.
We didn't do it.
There's no difference.
Healing
You sound
spells
like
will
me
suck.
when I'm trying to talk about D&D,
What?
which I know absolutely nothing about.
That doesn't matter. I'm already gonna get fucked in the ass by a god, so I'm gonna go ahead and take conjuration.
So far, if you behave,
Blank slate though.
I know. If you behave, we won't have to kill you. Or hurt you. So behave.
Apparently there's
You're
something
like our disobedient
inherently.
puppy.
Apparently there's something inherently like in my DNA that makes me piss off Legion for some reason. So I'm not even
I
gonna
want to
bother.
point
at
out,
this
you also
point.
piss
It
off
happens.
Khan, you piss off Burma.
That's mostly because you make up.
So I have
portion
7
of
languages.
Hey, look.
Hmm?
this
So I'm
is
choosing
two,
only which
there's
I can know
two
by
spots to do
Elder.
anything about it.
Hey,
Okay.
Josh, you
What?
piss off Griswold.
And I don't care about
Dead,
Griswold.
and I'm screwing with you in the afterlife.
Okay.
Huh.
I'm not that character anymore.
So
Nobody has pissed off Malcolm yet.
I
What I'm
am.
surprised about.
I feel like Naldrin's like the most neutral person.
Burma has pissed him off.
He'll kill you before you piss him off.
Oh.
Or ask Aaron.
Whether
He
He did
accidentally or
not kill
not.
Burma. And she pissed him off.
So, greater divination spells.
Probably have a back
You
though.
said that healing spells would not be as effective on me?
You have a disability toward them.
What do you mean by that?
Your disability.
It can change according to when or what is being casted.
So people can find me easily, that's okay. But as far as healing spells go,
In some cases, they'll turn and do cause inflict instead of a cure in its life.
well, I thought the caster had a choice.
If you're cursed to that style, no. There's a whole if a cure if Joseph walks up and you just go Joseph uses cure light wounds on Josh's character, who is that kind of mage. It'll heal you. However, if there is a god, such as
I
Can make it turn into infliction.
you can
Because
actually
fuck that
inflict
character.
wild magic, because it's him casting your unknown domain on you. It can also cause wild magic, spell scarring, and temporal rifts.
so it is.
Because it would be your cursed domain.
Wait.
It's the domain you're not supposed to touch.
You have to make your own religion. So
I'm
it
not
is.
touching it, they're touching me with
Oh
it.
my god.
Exactly.
Special one, Jerry.
And therefore you're being touched by it.
I'm
It is
just
suggested
I'm
you
just gonna
have to
carry around a
take it
bunch
off.
of healing potions. Fuck
You
this
can
shit.
just be a wizard and get all of them though.
Yeah. Just do that and not have to call
Yeah, but
religion
you
to
specialize,
accidentally
you get
kill you.
special stuffs.
It's not that great.
Well, how is it not?
It's really not that great.
Who wants a handbook?
What if you take a class that only gets you to a maximum of one level and you so many levels? What do you do once you hit the max?
Oh, the deal of max level has been abolished. As long as your character can be in that class. I'll let it go.
Oh.
This would've been
Mostly
nice
I'd
to
have to
know
be a
when I was
specific
looking
kind
through
of
all
word.
these.
Full plate.
Unless the class doesn't go past that level. Like I think there's a Scald can only go to level 6 because it only exists to level 6.
What about stats when it's
Still apply.
Skeleton kit.
so annoying?
The stat limit things were not abolished until 3.5. which is
Dwarves
the next
can
edition.
advance up to 12th level as Scalds. I mean, Scald's not really.
I think
It's a kid. Is there an actual
I've
class
seen
of it?
clerics. I've seen classes at 126.
Is there an actual like class for Scald, not just
I don't
kid?
think so. I think it's just a kid.
Yeah.
Some kits can only go to a certain level because they only exist to a certain level.
Well, okay then.
Like Druid.
Not what I want to see when I want to load up the second ed.
That's the remake book art.
What?
You don't even know.
That's the remake book art.
Looks fine to me.
Sierra.
Nice.
I don't think the one that.
There's a kid setting.
I
up.
know.
That just looks like.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
No.
Leave it go.
Leave it go.
Leave it go.
Japanese game I've ever seen in my life.
You are from Oklahoma.
That sounds about right, actually.
Ali said they'll be here in about 30 minutes.
Not everyone.
Yes, we are still streaming today.
This is why we don't stream. Because
So,
That was me.
if you're a magic user, can you research spells?
Yes. Actually, there's a whole freaking book about it. Right here.
where's the mage? Is there a mage book?
Nope.
Nope.
Because apparently it never.
That
came
is the
out.
mage book. There's no class kits or anything. It just shows you how to make your classes and all that. Oh, by the way, guys, one of my most hated things about D&D is in this edition.
What is it?
Oh boy.
But Buckler or Pikachu?
There it is.
What is it? Are we allowed to know?
So that's what happens if you roll.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
The worst effects you can have and where it goes to.
And you don't like this?
This is the reason sacking the helm came into play.
And you don't like this?
Here's one. Here's one. Head severed, immediate death.
Oh wait.
I like this.
If
I like this.
you roll a nat 20, you don't roll double damage. You roll on these charts.
That's terrible.
For example, roll damage. Okay, roll your damage. What did you do? Okay, well, you did damage too. I roll a d10. Their torso. For example, I'm going to give y'all guys a little bit of heads up. Josh, roll a d10.
3.
Okay, at a 3, you damaged the left leg. Can you now roll damage for me? So roll a greatsword, 2d6 plus 1.
There are guns here. Or at least images.
6, 7, 8. So 9.
Armor damage, leg stuck, minor bleeding, 1/3 movement, -4 penalty to attack rolls.
2/3 movement.
2/3. Or no leg armor, leg broken, major bleeding. Now here's the thing is, as it gets up there, it gets worse and worse.
Yeah.
So if you rolled a 10, roll damage again.
Different kinds of
6.
arrows.
So 7, I guess.
Okay, roll again. But roll 4d6 for me. Let's say you've got an enchanted greatsword that does 2d6 fire.
Uh, 10, 12, 13, 14.
So the torso of this creature is destroyed, and you have triple damage dice now.
Towards the creature?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If it's not dead.
If it's not dead. So, let's see. It can't operate its arms or legs, but its torso is destroyed, so it can operate its head. Okay,
It's the Black Knight.
I guess.
So yeah, they're very interesting.
How's a plus one?
Can we institute that in 5th ed?
No.
That'd be so much fun.
So I have a question. Is spellcasting limited to armors?
Yes.
Lauren.
If you have to be proficient. with
My
it.
job is.
Wait, so if you're proficient in heavy
Other
armor,
word.
can you still cast
Can-
proficient?
Only if you're proficient.
I thought we did it one more time.
Which I actually think it says in the player's handbook is even if you multi-class. It says something about multi-classing. Fighter thief.
Josh, you should just be a rogue. You should just be
No.
Gallant Bard. They get proficiency in
No.
all armors.
Do they?
They can wear any armor.
Don't tempt me, Riley.
Why?
Because I want to make something of my own volition. I don't want to be
sort
tempted
of
by
tempting him slightly, but I don't think he's going for it.
Did you make call on your own volition?
They are allowed to wear any form of armor, even those not normally
What,
allowed
make
to the
call?
core bard.
Yes, I did.
However,
What race are you
they're
gonna be?
more interested in
Probably either Centaur or Paladin. Oh, I already forgot they can't become wizards, so no.
Wizards can only cast in wizard-made armor, such as being Elven Chain does not restrict movements to cast spells. So you would have to find spell casting armor.
That's
That means Elven Chain, Sylph Drape. Sylph Drape's like plate mail. And Keg armor. And Keg is equivalent to plate. Midnight robes. You'd have to find things that allow spellcasting.
okay.
What?
That's not too bad.
It's not too bad, but it's super hard.
How common?
What about proficiency?
I need to know how much I have.
Mage?
Yeah.
How common are mage armors?
Eh?
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 Okay. So not as common as finding a sword, but also more common than finding
A
a high
god that
level.
wants to kill you?
A high level. Well, no, that's extremely common.
Weapon? One weapon proficiency.
That's
5 non-weapon proficiencies.
5.
I'm talking. If you notice, it was just you.
it was just me the entire campaign.
I want to point out, I came in halfway through it, so you can't
I
blame it all
don't
on me.
I blame you for a large portion of it.
Why? Why do you blame
I'm good on that. That one. If I did it, I take responsibility for it. But you cannot blame me for the Cyclops or anything that happened with the Cyclops thing because I was at work.
Yes, but even before you joined, you were here in spirit. I know you were.
Shots fired.
Josh,
why did you
I
start
don't care.
blaming
It's
people?
funny.
Because I need to make up for my own shortcomings.
Oh.
I think you should play Lizard Man Fighter.
Lizard Man or...
Or Sorio.
Lizard Man.
Lizard
Oh
Man.
god.
Lizard man.
Because there is a difference.
Lizard man.
How come there's lizard men and not dragonborn?
Because Dragonborn were not thought of until 4th ed.
None of them.
The
Really?
reject child is what made Dragonborns.
So there's not even Dragonborns in 3.5?
Nope.
I thought
Not if I remember correctly.
I thought I heard
What
you say
about
that they didn't come
Pathfinder?
until 3.5.
Pathfinder,
3.5 made the half dragons.
Okay.
What about Pathfinder?
Pathfinder has Dragonborn, yes. I think. I'll have to double check.
So you go.
Hello, welcome to the game.
Hey.
Hi.
Hola.
I was late too. Don't worry.
Yeah, we
David,
had to sort out some issues.
they've already rolled their characters. Here's your character sheet. You get original character sheet from 1980. This will be the only one you're given.
Oh, okay.
Don't lose it.
Press lightly and erase carefully.
Yes.
I was.
And your seat's right there next to Ben. Hand me that deck of cards, Ben. Hand me the deck of cards.
Yeah, they're still in character creation.
No casting today?
We are.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah, I was listening on the way over. Joe said that they needed a new god.
For character creation.
I don't know.
We need a less biased god.
Maybe if you're not a complete asshole at raising
I'm
dead
not an
people,
asshole!
Don't
I
be
was
a
helping the
necromancer.
party!
Don't be a necromancer.
necromancer.
Don't be a necromancer.
He's not being a cleric this time. I don't even know if clerics.
I may just become a
Yay.
necromancer just to spite these two.
Well, then definitely don't become a hedge wizard. A hedge wizard. What?
That look.
Can someone, Laura,
What's wrong with hedge
explain-
wizards, Lauren?
I will beat you 7 ways from Sunday if you put that thought into his head.
I tried to get him to
I'm being
think that last
I'm being
week.
made with the thought in my head.
Ben's mage too.
Now I gotta give it a second look.
He's
Wait,
an age.
what's so
What
bad
if
about
we
having
No.
Uh,
What was it?
it's
Okay.
in
Okay.
it's in the book Humanoid.
Never
You
mind.
made him
It's a
immortal.
What's wrong?
Hey,
We want to be.
Hey, he
It's a
doesn't
wizard.
get no.
Yeah.
Hey,
I just wanted him to be invisible.
Pixie.
He's the last
He don't
remaining
even-
human.
This
This
is
is true.
dex of 19.
Okay, well,
What's
we
the
can't-
difference from
In
that?
other words,
Hey guys!
If I pull a dex of 19, what does that put my armor class at? Can you look in the main book for me? To start out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's got
sure.
it right mage. We've already got 2.
So I'm trying to determine if one class is better than the other based on 1 point difference.
Understandable.
Yeah, we probably
Because one's natural armor class is lower by a few points, but the other one has the
Well, we
ability
can't have paladins.
to get an 19 dex, where the other one can only get to an 18 or 17.
wow. Dex.
Well, I gotta be an elf.
Wow, this
You
goes all the way up to
that.
25.
Elf.
19.
Wow.
Defensive adjustment.
We'll have a
He
half
is a
elf,
-4.
drow, elf,
Okay, Ben, are you ready?
half party of elf.
What?
I need you to draw 2 cards from that deck and hand them to me. Don't look at them.
18
God
is
damn.
Check
-4.
many things.
18
Oh,
also.
I didn't scramble them enough.
Yes.
I was
Where's
looking
my
at
class?
that actually while I was at work.
Huh?
Tuesday. I was looking at the deck of many things and all the
Which
things you do
decks?
to mess with you.
17.
7.
Riley may borrow the piece.
It's hard with my stats before I go try to fix
Player's
what I am.
handbook.
Yeah, because your stats is more class you can be.
Right.
PH.
Although you're Joseph. Doesn't increase by
I have to
1.
do stuff
And
too.
you're
I've only got 1. When we get to 3.5, I'll have 3 players' handbooks. And then Pathfinder, I'll have 2, plus
No,
a
we
supplement
roll-
book.
That's
We
better
roll the
than
normal
one.
6. But if you don't
This
have
is the only
two bad
edition
ones,
where I only
you
have
roll
1 book of.
3.
That's understandable.
So it seems like you.
That's why
really
Ben's
roll
using
on.
an online PDF to do his.
Because I'm smart.
Are you rolling with 3 dice or
4 die 6,
So that's it.
you get 6 set sets. 6 stat sets.
What page was Hedge Wizard on?
It's
Lauren?
not on that.
I'm gonna warn
Just
you.
told me.
I'm gonna
Oh,
warn you
nice.
right now.
Yes.
There are 2 kinds of mages I don't like.
Okay.
One of them is the hedge mages. Hedge
Why?
mages.
Why is that?
Trees.
If you've ever played Baldur's Gate, you'll know.
Oh.
The hedge mage pissed me off. And then the red.
Red mage.
No, it's not red.
To be
Blood
fair,
mage.
Hedge mage, like
It's a blood mage.
I think it's the red hedge mage. I absolutely hate with burning.
the red hedge.
Lauren. I'm buying a Center Judgment pack.
I'm curious as to why.
I want.
Do you know what they do?
No.
I forgot what.
Read the class kit, and then you'll tell me you won't want to do it because Legion will screw you.
Do it.
They will experiment on people. Think. I know a perfect example.
Concentration camps with Hitler.
Edward.
Edward Eric.
Oh.
That's what red hedge mages do.
Was it the Edward?
We do that. We
they
will
see-
kill you.
They see
We will
the
kill you.
Philosopher's Stone and they make like homunculi.
No.
No, they will take people and experiment on them and turn them
You,
into
you
things.
remember?
What's wrong
You
with
remember the
that?
one
The
where
little
you-
girl and the dog?
Yes, that's what I was going
Are we
for.
going
Little
for
girl
a
and the
good party
dog.
or an evil party here?
They're
We will murder you.
Yes.
Neutral?
Actually, we will keep you alive just to torture you.
Are decent, but their max dexterity is 12.
Can we control the imaginary friends?
They're the
Nope.
guys
Not
that
playing
are
imaginary friends?
Nope, I haven't.
Max dex is 12.
And we got a confirmed class over here.
Do they have a natural armor class?
hand them to me.
Yes,
Don't look at them.
4.
Pretty good.
Yeah, but
I wanted the
their max
imaginary
dex
friends
is
pop around.
12.
He's dead.
No, he's not.
Let me run from this
He's
enemy.
immortal.
No, he's dead. I killed him.
Are we
He's
rerolling
a-
ones?
Unless Lauren killed him.
No.
What?
Are we rerolling ones or are we keeping ones?
You're
You
keeping
roll
ones.
Like the Starials that much.
No,
their max
you only
stats
roll
are so
1 1.
low.
No, there's only like 2 that are low.
Oh.
The dex on what is that called? Lightbacks is a
Yeah, I told you.
14 and the dex on the horned ones is a 12. The others have nothing lower than a 17.
Let's just start with charisma.
For their classes.
And then or look at intelligence first. Oh. Well, I see why bards require 12 intelligence.
Why?
Or is it 12? Yeah. It's either 12 or 13. That's
I
13.
think I'm gonna go with this.
Because that is the intelligence required to be able to cast 6th level spells.
Stab down an enemy.
That's a pretty good idea.
Yep,
Good thing, you get attacked without killing.
I think I'm doing that.
Head mage?
No.
Question.
You can
Yes.
submit,
If a
you
stab
can
bonus
wrestle them
puts me
to
above the
submit.
max,
Like wrestling.
can I do something else with one of the points instead?
No.
So then it's just wasted.
Lauren, I can basically be a wrestler.
But I don't want to.
I like my set. I like my set.
Okay, I need a pencil. You stole my pencil, good sir.
No, I didn't know about this.
Oh,
That's one of mine.
Joel's to be a wrestler.
I bought these pencils and
Luchador.
Look, I've already got something working out. I'm not being a luchador. We don't have any main fighters, so I'm being a fighter.
I'm playing with the idea of being a cleric.
I mean, I'm sort of a fighter.
I'm okay with that.
Everyone's sort of this. Sort
That
of
would
that.
be really cool,
I was gonna be
actually.
a fighter.
Here's this.
That's true.
Oh, is this from Barry?
I'm gonna have to look at that after you.
Because it's.
I mean, I know much.
for this
No,
one-
no, no. I can't let you touch any of the stuff I got on this table here. Now, Sunday, I'll let you use any book you want, but the stuff that's here, I need to leave it.
Yeah.
Untouched?
Speaking of, if you want, I can let you take a look at my player's handbook for 5th edition.
Yeah.
That way you can just kind of scan through it if you
If
want.
I'm going to be a cleric, do I have to be a good alignment?
This is the PHP.
No.
No. There's some meaning on it.
I just had a main moment.
Just what?
I just had a main moment.
Main movement?
Yeah.
What is it?
Somebody went, oh, sorry.
What?
It's
Calm
a
down.
make mobile watch.
Calm
One of her voice lines is sorry.
Okay.
Josh, you should.
I've got you in my
What?
sights.
I knew.
What?
I'm worried.
This isn't bad.
Turn on dead.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, you
I don't
can
think I'm going to choose to
you
reroll
can
it.
what?
My stats came out pretty good. Lowest are
I
11
don't
as
think
well.
you understand.
Okay, you want to take a gamble?
What's the
No,
game?
they
think
don't
so.
say something like
I
that.
think I'm good.
Look,
You get to roll 3 more.
that you can choose to switch out with.
Exactly.
Organization over here.
No,
Nothing. Nothing.
You roll 3 times and you
He
can
was
choose
just
them
trying to
out.
be
I'm going to consider this.
What is it?
But I mean, I'm already.
Oh, not
I
again.
I have to take it into consideration now.
Not
What?
again.
After learning what you can do with that spell,
What spell?
Oh, it's an ability
No!
We're
Turn
gonna
dead.
kill you.
where you can make undead walk away from you.
Oh yeah.
Level 1.
oh, turn undead. Never mind.
Oh,
No,
okay.
okay.
I thought it was.
No, but resurrect undead. The
Is there
actual
a
spell
table
to
for it?
no when you pull undead back from the dead, you don't have a limit on them.
No!
You keep them for as long as you want,
No!
or until they die.
I really don't want to pick this race
I can
now
turn
because
that
I'll
way.
lose 1 step point to nothingness.
But do you have to be a priest?
Which one?
If I pick the fire, it has a +2 to the dex. My dex is 19. It's going to put me at 20, but the max you can have is a 19.
So it's just a wasted step point?
Yeah. So I'm saying I move the +2 dex to +1 dex and 0 strength.
What if I make you this deal? I will roll a d6 and whatever that lands on is what stat you have to take that other point to.
Okay, I don't lose it, so I'm happy with that.
Give me a d6.
And then it's a
Got a
big
plus.
4. It has to go to your intelligence.
It sticks now, doesn't it?
Oh,
So we
great.
get a
Now I have
+2 to
2.
it.
So 18 or
Great.
15 and 15. That's
Plus, you
enough
get the
for-
+1 from the. Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
have a +2 to intelligence now.
Is there a table for turn? Oh, wait, no, I just literally just asked that question.
Yes, you did.
Let's see here.
Wait,
bone.
no,
Yeah.
I still need
Dead.
So Ben got bone.
bone. Did somebody say bone?
God, I knew it was coming!
Brother, I heard bone.
Don't even have to think twice to know that sounds.
I'm so glad I wasn't at your table last week.
Are you
This is the
really?
virus.
Yes, really.
Oh, nice. See it?
He's just kind of a
I can
different
understand
palette.
why.
Well,
color
believe
palette.
me. Why you gotta
Ben's
act
gonna
like
be
such
super
a bone
happy.
bag? They're coming.
Regeneration. What is
How many spells do I get and start with?
regeneration? Is kneel.
Wait, don't I get all the spells?
No,
What
you
does
gotta write
kneel mean?
You gotta start. You start with 4.
Zero.
I know it's not
Yeah, no,
4, right?
Yeah, you gotta buy a scroll.
And
from
I am.
Ralph.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing while this is happening.
Kneel.
Yeah, exactly.
Get on your knees if you want to regenerate.
Nope.
Come here,
Right,
baby.
Father.
Come here, baby. Let me give you some
Wait,
regeneration.
wait. So you're Josh from last campaign.
What?
You're Josh from last campaign.
But what I find interesting is
He was
that
trying to
with
take all
the,
the little boys with him, remember?
Oh.
I asked if they wanted to come with me or not. They said no. I was
All
like,
the little
okay, I'm out.
Yeah, all the little
What did
children
they
around
say?
you, just in
They
general.
said no, so I left.
Oh. Okay.
Still, he wanted all them boys.
I
Yeah.
asked them once.
Okay, Ben.
Yes.
You got
And I was
a
going
nice
to
starting
raise them. You seem to have some sort of weird, uncanny affiliation between necromancer
That's
and
what
pedophilia.
that is your
That is
character's.
what you are, Josh.
How? Explain to me once whenever I was acting pedophilic.
Kidnapping kids.
There's
It
that.
wasn't kidnapping kids, kidnapping kids,
When did I
kidnapping
I didn't
kids.
kidnap.
Ah, time out.
Turned one kid loose. Still touched
He's throwing out the second floor window.
So child murderer.
No, he went. He threw him into the bushes.
What?
When did I kidnap kids?
I don't remember, but you probably.
Who would you? Who?
Kidnap kids.
Who
Kidnap
would
kids.
you-
Kidnap kids.
Who would you? Who
When
would
did I
you put it
kidnap
on?
kids? I don't know.
Who would you? Who would you put it on? I want to know. Who would you put it on?
What?
I answered.
You're a terrible human being.
What?
I know
Hey, I'm
that!
not leeching today, so.
Okay.
I
I'll have-
know I'm a terrible human being.
By the way, guys, so you know this is called the deck of random chance. It lets you start with one random item that will supplement your character.
Okay.
However, depending on what cards you get, affects the item. It is a small, mundane, magical item that really can't be of huge use,
Right.
but it is something that can help you at least survive because second edition's a dick when it starts.
Okay.
So this is the happy deck. This
Okay.
is the one you want to draw from. For example, Ben's got a weapon that he can use without having a weapon. It's hand.
Talk about I'm magic. This. What are you talking about?
It's a book. It's a book that when he
No,
reads
it's
from
not.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Socks.
It's a book.
Oh, I read socks.
It's a book you
Lord.
hold.
It looks like socks.
Shocks.
At 18 decks was a -4.
I'm wearing socks.
18 decks is a -4. Yeah.
Okay, so with my rerolls of 3, do I have to take all 3 of them, or can I substitute any?
No, you can choose. It's you can choose.
But
Oh,
Yeah.
Spider?
Joe did that.
Do you want
you'll be the general fighter or tank?
okay. So I can use all 3 of them.
Barbarian.
Barbarian.
Your
Bear
psychic
totem.
damage is better than
Yeah.
barbarian. Because when they go in range, all damage except for psychic and spell.
That's
is
only
bear
for bear
totem.
totem only.
Bear totem. Level
Uh,
3 bear totem. Yeah,
Any
that's
other
so-
barbarian
No,
that
it's
goes
not
into
level
rage. Yeah, it's level 3.
Is it level 3?
Yeah, it's level 3
Yeah.
barbarian bear totem. Barbarian of any other kind gets half damage from slashing, blunt, and
Yeah, all
piercing.
normal weapon damage.
Well, I don't have a stat lower than a 13
Two
now.
wolf barbarians, and like
That's good.
they always have advantage no matter where they are.
No,
I'll
that's
be
not
the
true.
cleric.
Oh, you're the cleric this time?
I think
Whenever
I'm
they're
a
raging.
Apparently.
I know. They shouldn't.
You're gonna be the
If
one Legion's
it-
gonna hate the most.
If they're fighting the
Do I
same
also raise
enemy,
that and
they
change?
You can
should.
raise
Okay, I
that.
got one better.
Oh.
There you go.
Well, maybe I can start out with a
I'm
katana.
fine.
Watch, David's gonna do it nicer though. He's gonna be like,
And they're gonna like throw like undead at him to control. I guarantee you.
No, I
I
wouldn't.
think I've been playing the game a lot. It looks like I can start with a katana as well as our samurai.
I'm a samurai.
It's right here. It says one of my sword choices can be a katana.
Yeah.
Lori, can we get the camera on your
Wait,
face?
what?
Because your face looks
Yeah,
very
your face is
perfect.
actually quite brilliant.
Yeah, I know.
I have a katana.
It says it can be a Daiwaku or something.
Oh, a daikyu?
Yeah.
That's a bow. That's not a katana.
It said it would be a sword.
it says non-weapon proficiencies.
What?
Wait.
Uncle Phil. Uncle Loaded.
Daikyu is the
Does that mean it's,
longbow.
is it locking it out then?
Yeah, you can't. Oh wait, no, that's a weapons permission.
It's like, oh no, wait.
That's only if it's in the campaign's culture.
Oh.
Well,
Well, do our priests wield katanas here?
yeah.
Yes,
That'd be
yes. Legion allows.
Okay, you get a 50% chance right here. Grab a percentile.
The culture of Legion. All the katanas.
All the katanas.
All the katanas.
Yes.
They ain't taking my katana.
The long swords were destroyed by when the humans were.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Obviously-
and
What?
katanas are elven.
No. Okay, here you go. Low
No, those are
50%.
scimitars.
You can wield a katana. High 50.
Oh, right here.
Oh, too bad.
Mace is more iconic anyway.
A hammer, bro.
There's
I don't know
weird
where
thing
it
about
is.
the kit or create that can use this and its
I still need to
spears.
find an axe.
Why don't you just kill the samurai and take her sword?
I won't even use it right. That's stabbing.
I won't be able to use it right.
Legion, you still haven't answered. Who would you put it on?
She did. I did.
Have you already wrote on your character sheet for who you are?
Who I am?
Have
I
you
mean, I
already
don't have
classified-
my race, but I have my most of it.
Okay,
some
which
of it,
class?
all of it.
Samurai?
Yes,
How'd you get
samurai.
a 19 with no class? Or
The
race, I
plus
mean?
one.
The +1 in
Oh,
target.
yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, Sierra. You ready for this?
Okay.
Pockets.
Okay. In this deck to Sierra, have her grab 2 cards and hand it back. Hand me
Screw
those.
yourself.
Or do.
Any 2 cards. You do not have to have them in order. It does not need to be next to each other. Just 2 cards.
2 jokers.
Don't look at them.
Oh, I can't look at
You're
it?
not supposed to,
Well, I
but
mean,
you're
I
not going to
look
know
at
what they
me
are.
anyways.
True.
I'm scared.
Yeah,
Oh, I was about to
No.
make Sunday.
Already have
Don't look. You sit down. Because this is the DM's area. This isn't Legion's.
Hey, I already know what it
This
is,
is not Legion's domain.
but I'm not gonna. I know what they are.
My good
What are they?
high stats. I should put
Oh,
myself
yeah,
into
just
a
knowing the
player.
cards.
But what are they?
Yeah,
Like, I'm allowed to say?
Probably-
Go for it.
probably
Oh,
Dex
4K.
and Intelligence.
Okay, but what are they?
yeah. The cards
That's the
represent
deal.
weapons.
The cards represent something.
Say.
The
Basically,
heart
what should
of
be my
the
health
king.
stats? Everything else is really good.
How did she
What
get
should be
Joe's
my
heart?
health stats as a priest?
I don't know.
I thought that was with Veronica.
Charisma?
It just.
I don't need to persuade you.
Yeah, Veronica calls
He
him
loves
daddy.
Veronica a lot more than just his heart.
That-
He did.
Exactly. And
She goes in to see him every day.
Really?
Does she get down on her knees and pray?
Oh.
That's taking you too far.
Hey, I mean, she does call him daddy now, so I'm just saying.
God, you went there.
You people are going to a dark place.
We've
well
already
aware.
I'm already there.
I've been there and back, and I'm
I've been to the astral
Oh.
plane. I've seen some shit.
He's got the 14 jobs, which is racing in my mind.
Okay.
These are my stats. 13, 18, 16,
Can
17.
you spell clerics?
Ooh,
You do
this
realize
is
why I said that, not only because
Feel
suggestion,
right.
but because it rhymes.
Like that, right? Close. The priest got priest this one on. You know.
Oh, yeah, I guess they are called priests.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Are you?
Sure, right? Yes, yes.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm waiting on
It's been here.
books to read, and so that way I can create my
You don't get
What
that.
Which books are you waiting?
It's a nail.
You're not waiting for Oh, that one too.
Oh, here's the minimum build score. Wisdom of 11.
Pointy
Scratch
thing.
that. 11,
That can have.
You know how many things are called pointy things?
Giggity.
Daggers,
Thank you.
stilettos,
There's actually
I
no
want
lances.
Oh, wow.
Men.
There's different ones on my class.
I'm not really sure, because I don't
Oh,
know
sorry.
how they
Which
put
class?
this on it. I'm not saying I didn't look.
I think there was there fighters.
Look at my outfit.
Madonna.
Yeah,
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Gentle.
yeah, she has that.
They throw the books around.
What?
Few books are around.
Especially considering their paperback.
I like to
That's
throw the
saying-
Throw
book at
that
people.
book. Throw that book. Throw all the books. Put all the books back down.
I don't know where to put my stats.
I throw the book at people. I'm the judge.
Throw
I'm
those
just picturing
couple
you
of-
running around throwing a
No.
book at people.
No,
You have
According
no.
to your
he's the
class.
judge.
Do the judge and the jury.
And
He is the
And
captain
he's been
now.
taken to jail.
Yeah,
Or been to jail. We talking about.
I mean,
He is the captain now.
I was 16 or 14. I
the
forgot.
judge, jury, sheriff, and Fred.
No, either
Legion's gonna try
13,
and torture
14
him.
or 12 has to go into debt.
What are you
I'm
doing?
gonna be a,
Being
I'm
a
gonna be a
necromancer.
priest of the ancestors.
Priest of the
And I mean,
ancestors?
I don't
Yeah,
get
they study
any
the-
benefits
yes,
from
they study the, meaning of life and death. They like to commune with the dead.
There's
Well,
no meaning
they're
to
close-
life.
Your lowest have been your wisdom has to get lower than 19.
Plate allowance.
Wisdom should be, I have an 18.
That's fine. That's fine.
14, 15. No,
Okay, I wanna point out, as long as you're not raising dead just like willy-nilly like he was.
No, no, they do
What do you
it.
mean willy-nilly? I didn't get a
You
chance
raised
to raise.
everybody,
You're right,
Wait,
because I didn't get a chance to
The
raise
reason
very
this
many
fits with
bodies.
the lore of our campaign is they're dedicated to the protection of every
Go
of
for it
the
then every time.
races. And now she's
Like
gonna
every
notice
third.
If you
humans
don't
have
get a
stopped being a
chance
thing
to
around the
resurrect
time her.
undead,
It's like, should I brother
then you
die?
resurrect everybody you can get.
Should every brother die?
And they're not bad.
Still, you
I
have to
I
have the
don't
little
go-
thing in the back of your mind.
And
knowing
also
that
he,
there's
I don't
no
go
other
on
he
like-
way.
insinuated
I
that
don't go on
Riley's character
merciless slaughters.
was going to sleep with the zombie.
I don't remember that. I probably would
Getting
give
busy
that.
with the zombies.
Yeah,
not
that's
on
also
top of
why
my list.
Legion is just like,
I just
Like,
disliked
no
his character.
Hey,
Oh,
I
you're
could have
right.
gone on
You're right.
merciless
They hate
slaughters.
them.
I was
They
on
hate them
moral
then.
high ground.
They
I
hate them
use
then.
my enemies
Okay.
against
They
my
should go around
enemies.
them.
Called basic
Okay,
law.
so you're not bringing them back and making them walk around like you was.
I kind of want
Fine.
to. That's exactly what it says from them, where that they see them as a mockery of noble death.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah,
See?
you're fine.
Because it kind of is.
Yeah.
It depends on the eye of the beholder.
Well, this
Well,
probably
I,
requires a
I want to
locker.
point out, you guys are actually probably going to walk in on a beholder. So
Okay,
be
here you
careful.
go.
So.
She's got a helmet. You got to sack 3 times before it breaks.
Oh, wow.
Nice. That's great.
Then no one crits on her.
No one crits on her, so help me.
Oh, good. I know someone's running this one now.
Huh?
I know someone's running this one.
Yeah.
So,
Use my spells.
Well. It's already started.
But Lauren, see, one of them is actually what
Yes,
we
please,
need.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're actually a nice wizard. You actually took the spell that y'all need.
What, identify? Am I supposed to draw something here?
Have you already got your character done?
no.
Okay.
Okay, maybe I want to.
Have you got your character race and class down? And stats?
I don't do that.
Yeah.
What class are you?
Fighter.
Fighter? Lizard folk fighter?
No, I'm a sorrow flyer.
Sorry, flyer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the armored dive bomb.
Okay,
Because
you
I have
draw
a
2
Dex
cards
of
from this
19.
deck right here.
I
Start
start
your
out
own
with a
language
2.
called kamikaze.
Actually, they don't speak common.
They don't. They speak. They think their own their own language. They speak
They can speak
Dino.
as
They
long as it's
cannot
intelligent.
speak
No, they can't
common.
speak at all. The only person who
They
can
do
talk.
not have the vocal cords in order to
No.
speak common.
What do you do? Just listen in sign language now?
No,
Let's
You're
just
right.
You just draw 2 cards.
Here's the thing, lizards can't understand them. Lizard folk can.
Lizards.
Why am I drawing 2 cards?
I need them.
Is it
No.
nice?
Do you want your item?
I need them.
Yes, you do.
You're gonna laugh.
What is it?
Laugh.
Look at my manger fold outfit.
What is it?
Oh my god.
I will.
How do you manage that?
Because I'm crazy.
Command
I have a pair
word.
of 4s.
A pair of 4.
Command word as a fighter.
Diamonds and 4 of spades.
It's my main outfit.
Oh.
But no, how she makes
Where
it
is
laugh.
it?
Command.
Come to me.
There is that joke.
Oh, well, at least Joseph got one thing he might want. Joseph got the brutal enchantment.
Oh my god.
My oh my.
Dodge,
How
that was a
brutal.
fighter, I believe.
It's a brutal
here
what?
we are.
Thing.
Let's see.
Sorrow weapon.
Is haste a thing in this?
Yes.
Awesome.
Okay, so start here.
Does it still act like it doesn't fit
Nice.
them?
Okay,
No.
For the most part, those are great. All right, good.
Better.
Is it?
Yeah.
Now, mind
It
you,
lasts
when I roll
longer.
these, I have no clue what kind of weapon you're going to have.
Fair enough.
What the numbers mean?
Wait, is there just no?
The numbers mean something.
No, they don't.
The numbers make sense.
What about the numbers?
The numbers make sense.
Here's one.
Oh, God, no.
No, you're using it, so.
Can I come look over your shoulder to see what it is?
No.
I need to get my stats wrote in. And then go to my class.
I'm just scared. I'm just scared.
Why? Because you got me something good.
Actually, so far it is.
Is it a shield?
No.
I love a shield.
Is it a wand of wonder? Called warning results may vary?
Hey,
I want a
Lauren.
pointy shield so when I dive bomb it stabs.
Lauren, where are the default
No, I
races?
spear.
Huh?
I'm
Where are
gonna
the
use a
default
spear.
races?
In the player's
I'm
handbook.
sorry.
Oh,
Five
that makes
foot up.
sense.
Can stab down with reach. They won't be able to stab me, but I can stab them.
I'm so
Uh-huh.
glad nobody's gotten of the Colossus yet, because if you have, just shove the sandpaper on. It just gives you automatic plus 30 HP.
I
I
take
wouldn't do
that.
that.
Yeah, that needs to go to a wizard.
That needs to go to me, of course.
That
That'd
needs
be
to go to Ben.
hilarious. Wizard fireball.
That dude, I don't know
still
his
dies.
name, that has to go to him.
It burns so good.
It did. That's what it did
Here
before.
earlier.
I didn't even put that
Are you
one
using
fire
the
out.
handbook?
A little bit.
Which one? Silent Hill?
No, but yeah, I didn't put that out either.
You couldn't.
I'm talking when I went to kill Paul and I caught fire and I just left it.
Oh, 2 of clubs of
The
Ram
shockwave put
Ram
fire out
Shield of the
me.
Lion.
That's
When-
the lions.
When you slam
It's
against
your
the
shield.
shield, the ram automatically rams the opponent who hit it,
Do I get
causing 2d4 damage. No, it's club.
that?
Oh my god.
Lauren,
Can't I have that one instead?
No.
Lauren, think about this. It's
But
the
it's better
Ram
for
Shield
me.
of Lion.
Be a cleric.
We had a
Better is always
Ram.
good.
His name was
Yeah,
Leo.
I know it's weird.
That's great.
Come on, it'd be good.
Better isn't always good.
They're typically
Badger is not always good. Actually, she was not a Ram.
I'm probably still gonna get a good weapon. But it's a club that's so.
No, it's a battle axe. A one-handed battle axe.
Well,
Why can't you give me a spear?
Because it's random.
Yeah, randomize it to a spear.
So says Legion.
Nope.
No,
Legion's fine with this.
Everyone grab your phones. We can become Legion.
Nope.
the party is.
At least then there would
We
at least be
roll
one person who
ourselves
wasn't
Oh,
biased.
okay, my phone did.
Yes.
Actually, then they would, because then you'd,
You'd
be
be
biased
biased
again on yourself.
Biased against me is what I mean.
Yeah. Hey, the chance of spell failure cause like wizards to do that. I don't know how to play. Hey Lauren, does the chance of spell failure affect wizard spells?
Mhm.
Okay. So that says where the 13 goes.
Are we doing the experience buffs if you have a high stat, a certain stat, or level playing it?
What?
I guess it's weird.
But
Is it the shield?
that is it.
Is it still the club?
Hit prob. Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
I didn't even get a club over there. Get a spade and a diamond.
Yeah,
At
no.
least save the club for the clubs.
That's true.
Give me a spade. I'll kill
That'd
people
be
with a
great.
spade.
Shovel Knight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shovel Knight rains from the sky.
I worry about y'all, but I love y'all all the same.
My movement is going to be insane.
Is it?
Yeah, 24 flying. Screw your maps!
I want to be a priest of death and use a scythe.
No.
And use what?
A scythe.
You have to have it as a
Ooh.
proficiency in order to be a priest of death, and you have to have a wisdom of 16, which I have.
That's
To
nice.
do it.
Legion will hate you.
Take what Legion.
It's okay, I already hate
Actually,
him right now.
I don't think,
The
I don't think
DM
you can have
and
a scythe
Legion
as
hate
a
you.
cleric.
Why do you hate him?
We're going to pick a
No,
cleric
not
one?
yet.
Yeah, it's
No.
a cleric. It's a
It
priest.
is a cleric one?
It's a
though?
priest of death, yeah.
Oh, cool.
They said they can be true neutral. They have to be proficient in scythes.
One cleric with a blade.
How much damage does battle axe do?
20d4.
You guys are making my
Where's
life
that
hard
book?
now. Yeah, where's the arms and armament?
Oh, it's over here.
Stealing all my books, jeez.
Res survival.
Oh, they have to remain celibate.
I love how that's his biggest kick.
Well, you know
I
who
mean,
doesn't
you
have to
can
remain
always-
celibate?
You can always lose your faith right up
Alexander.
at the end.
So
I mean,
Brutal condition allows this weapon to go up another level. So if the weapon was a D6, it now becomes a D8.
nice.
So it's like an D12?
Brutal battle axe takes it from a D8 to a D10 plus 1.
That's
Oh.
nice.
Nice. So it's the same as a halberd in 5th ed.
So
With
I'm
a
gonna
plus
rain down
one.
with an insane battle axe. I can literally say who axed you.
Oh, what's worse is the second ability of this weapon.
I really want to see it.
Wait, Laura, I just got all my disease gave me. I'm basically Robin.
You are!
You're Robin?
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm from Fire Emblem. Or Smash his villain in Smash Brothers.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
care, but
No, I have no idea what you're talking
Yeah, I
about.
know what you mean. The guy that could. He's fun. He's always from Fire Emblem.
yes, he's from Awakening.
Doesn't matter.
He's voiced by.
So all I gotta do is get me a tower shield. and
Oh,
then
did I just
spike
get
it,
my third?
And then
Let's
just
get my
like
third
fly
girlfriend.
down.
So our shields can under armor.
Yes, shields will be under armor.
Are they classified
Spike it
under
for
armor?
the
Called
D6
Jane
damage.
Girlfriend.
That's nasty.
Is it just one card or two
It's just
cards?
one card.
No, I'm just
Wait.
saying both cards
A
go
what?
into the one weapon. Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Why?
Okay.
Just in general, sweetie.
Also, there's another app called Move Can Change where I get my own little robot girl. Does that look right to you?
Chavez? You will regret this.
That was that card!
You will regret
That was this card! That was the 4 of spades!
All your bosses will remember me as the terror from the skies.
I really want to know
Can I
what
see
you
what
just
it
got.
is?
No.
More.
He's got a weapon that causes bleeding.
Wait.
Bleeding
What's the,
damage?
Any damage.
what's the name of that one thing from the Avatar movie, like Last Shadow? Was it Turok or something?
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my name.
I know.
That looks right to you? All that looks right?
I gotta Google it just to make sure.
Your
it's
HP
right.
should be 5 because
Yeah,
you're broke.
Well, it sounds pretty right.
It's not quite that. But you're on the right
Yeah,
track.
I mean, it's
Tarax.
Yeah.
Just name yourself Tarax.
No.
No, dude, some of these weapons are nasty. Joseph got one of the nasty ones.
And I just got a simple one.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Yours becomes better with level.
Oh, right, alignment requirements.
Oh my god, I'm winning.
Here, Ben. Draw 1 card.
No! No, no more!
Oh, no, card.
I
You
know.
already got your character on your sheet?
Well, I think
I need to know
okay,
what race
I've
and
done
what
the
class
one
you are
that
before
fits,
you
but I have to
roll.
make sure you-
Then I need to
Before you
find
do
out
it.
some information before I decide on the class
What
and race.
is it?
It's Toruk. It's Toruk.
No,
I'm gonna be a
Joseph
priest of
weapon.
animals.
Any damage
I'm gonna
that
see what
weapon
Flash
deals
Shadow
can't
means
be
in different
healed
languages
until the
first.
next until that person takes a full sleep.
Oh god.
Until they fully rest.
Oh
So literally I can't heal damage Joe does
Oh god.
with that axe. But he can only do
I
1d10
could
plus
be named
1.
Tendon.
Until it levels.
Huh?
Until it levels.
Okay, it doesn't level.
Oh, does it not?
As a priest, what would be my dump stat?
Charisma.
I'm done with
Let's
that.
look at what.
David!
I don't.
Hey, look.
Well, I only have to
Tap
carry
on
a
it,
minimum
you lose.
13 to be a priest of animals, and I got a 13 as my dump.
Good, Joseph? Sassoon.
Great.
That's Last Shadow
Isn't she
in
cute?
Lithuanian.
Are you sure charisma doesn't have
That sounds
affect
cool.
spells or anything like that?
What? Yeah, it does.
That sounds cool, but it's
I'm
like
guessing. I'm sure that's not how we say it.
Like, is there a
Bosh
reason I have to have a
Plutinus
minimum
It
of-
has the thing where it'll say it for you.
you should just say Cecilus.
What?
Congratulations. Yes, because I did not know how to say that part of it.
I'm trying to get the name off the thing from.
What does it say?
It's just saying Last Shadow, like the translation of it instead of. We're trying to get it pronounced.
Riley!
It doesn't know how to pronounce it.
Pull the clip from the movie.
No,
It's in Latin.
No, it's Lithuanian.
Oh, Lithuanian.
It doesn't understand Lithuanian.
Man, that phone's racist. That translated racist.
So it's whatever I pronounce it.
You killed part of Legion.
Cecilus. Just say
Hey,
Cecilus.
you killed part of Legion.
Cecilus.
Okay, this
Are
is
you
like-
okay over there?
No.
Good. Legion needs to die.
We finally agree on something.
Wow, Josh.
Look, I'm okay with like getting rid of part of it, but I mean the rest of it can stay. We still need a god.
So
Do you
me and
know-
Allie, you don't like.
Hey, I never said that.
Well, what I think is so funny is the one person he hasn't met has been the person after him.
Oh yeah, she's been after.
She's been after him like crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder who it is.
One of the people that run online with us, she
Great.
watches this and she's like, I have never met this guy out of game, but
But I
everybody
hate
else
him."
seems to hate him. She goes, I just hate his character. I wish that character would die.
See?
I was like, jeez.
Your character was so unliked.
Yeah,
I'm
I
well
think it's
aware.
everyone in Legion at this point.
Legion just doesn't like his characters.
No.
I'll be honest, it's kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I love Josh. I love Josh
Yeah,
as
we
a
love
person.
Josh.
It's just,
Do you? Do you really?
I do. I really do.
I
It's just some of the choices he and his character makes. That's
Yeah.
Your characters make some pretty dumb choices, though. Let's be honest.
Yeah, you gotta admit that your characters do some stupid shit.
Such as
Trusting
Okay,
Winston.
as
That was against his will.
Can I get
No,
Oh,
he trusted him
fighting the
before
Elder
that.
Dragon.
Hope trusted him before
Yeah,
that.
fighting an Elder Dragon by yourself.
Yeah.
That was, yep.
you, I don't know if I get a plus to what?
After being
intelligence
told like
and
15 times to
con?
come.
You get a +1 to intelligence, -1 to con.
You thought that at one point. I'm not allowed to
Yeah.
have one.
Riley, can you
What?
please send me the PH?
Sure.
Thank you.
Riley, have you got your character down on the sheet?
More or less.
What's your class?
Parts.
What's your race?
Half elf.
Okay.
We're both elves and half elves here.
Joseph's a dinosaur.
I should change my freaking class then.
Well, he can't. He can only be a half elf.
Oh, here we go. What's Riley got?
Last shadow.
See, I can't pronounce it, so it doesn't even try. Good.
No, it has to be the 4 spades to do that one ability.
No, I'm saying like he has a pair just like I did.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
It doesn't. It's like we don't speak.
What's your class?
Bard.
That'd be funny if it said Lithuanian Shadow.
So, what it is in Latin is tandem umbra.
Yep.
Oh God.
If you translate Ember's name, it turns out rain.
Oh
Because
God.
that's what it.
Tandamundra.
That's
Tandamundra.
Now for my favorite word, lackadaisical.
What?
Lackadaisical.
Still supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Lackadaisical.
What?
It does not do all caps very well. That's how it translates that word.
Nice.
That's how it
You gotta
translates.
say it in caps though, you know.
Ignavius.
Like that. Yep.
Wait, what's your sphere?
Eating my
Sphere.
Yeah.
Clerics don't have spheres.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Priests
So,
do.
like, do we still roll starting money?
Yeah.
Spending everything
What
on
is that?
armor. Your classical charger.
Well, does it say so in here?
Oh, no. I give you my phone. My phone has PSD. Not USB.
Major access to all
I'm not
animal
hurting.
charm divination, protection, minor access to combat creation.
Hey, I can be seen. Okay, I can control. It's fun.
Ooh. Probably one of my favorites.
Oh God.
What? I think I can technically use the shield.
Playing that Japanese music.
What?
Really though. I think
Japanese.
I've actually heard this before. It's not bad.
Oh, do I need to show? I want the picture of this.
Damn. Look at the
I'm
react.
living at this
Where's
point.
Roxanne?
Oh, she's at work.
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
I think she has a character sheet over there.
That would have been like pushing it back when this was first
Yeah.
come out.
Alejandro.
Oh yeah.
Alejandro? No, that's mine.
Allie, do you want to do that?
It's from Roxanne.
Read
It's
it,
mine.
edition?
I gave it to Nate that you left it.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Bless
Bless
you.
you.
I'm so thirsty.
Alright.
Nice.
What
do you
are the
What's on the
Anything?
left?
Honestly?
Don't you dollar?
No, I'm out of credit. This doesn't show armor class, does it? Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Hey, you can play now. It can be. Gallants are allowed to wear any form of armor. Even those not normally allowed to the court of arms.
Or you death mage?
Well, no, she's
Elven Chainmail is on the list of things that you can draw
Animal
today.
mage?
well, animal player.
I would love that too.
I would like some mage.
I'm gonna steal some as quick as I can. Like, I will take swipes at the biggest guy with plate
Because if you were
until he
gonna go with the
dies.
death mage, I was gonna say white.
All I gotta do is swoop down, swipe, fly back up, wait till my turn again, fly down, swipe, fly back up, wait till my turn again.
No,
Here's
Elven Chainmail is most prized by the Gallants.
What's
They prefer
Ben?
Elven Chain.
What
over,
race are you gonna be?
like,
I'm a
If I
drow.
find you on the chain, I'll let you
So
have it.
you're still elf.
Yes, since I'm still in.
That's
elf.
great. That's like. If I know why too.
Why?
I just read it on here.
What?
Elven characters have 90% resistance to sleep and all charm-related spells. So if they're an invocation mage, or specialize in invocation or evocation, they basically negate the negatives you get for specializing in evocation.
So I get one first level spell slot.
That's awesome.
I get 30%.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Hey, Josh, you know what funny is? I don't care about that.
Okay. Well, either way, it's still nice. By the way, I haven't found anything on it yet, but what kind of bonuses do you get for specializing in the School of Magic?
Hey, Lauren, I started armor classes too.
Okay.
Wow.
If there's anything.
Read. You've got the book right there.
Put a shield on. 0.
I know, but I'm trying to save time.
I still get my sickle.
This is an asshole item.
Wait. It's not allowed to use
Isn't it saying that you're giving it to the
They
board?
are
I don't like peach. I didn't know this was even up there.
Yeah. What do you want?
Sunkissed.
I asked.
Now we're gonna give me a dinosaur fig. I'm gonna look right now. I'm not buying it. I'm trying to fix a dinosaur.
Really?
But it says in this.
Yours is a little dickish to yourself.
Scimitar and a sickle.
So, are there any stat maxes for elves? Because I can't find any if there are.
Wow, that's
You go to the elf
That's
race. and
pretty
you can use the
shitty.
maxes that they have.
it is. You are trying to kill me.
What? That's what came out of the cards!
You drew it. That's your own fault.
That's true.
Oh no, his is funny. He's a walking. He's literally. Oh. Whatever you do,
This
don't
tells
go.
you why you
Oh.
can't be classified.
What?
These are special.
Only two people got the joke. Share the information. I can die.
What?
I don't know. It's apparently some sort of terrorist device.
Yeah, pretty much.
Are you a terrorist?
No.
He has to be wearing it to activate it.
Go away.
Are you a terrorist?
He has to be wearing to activate it.
I would die. Though I'll probably die by attacking.
I just know you can live through it. You just gotta play your cards right.
No.
Can I
Them
see it?
attacking you causes damage.
Oh.
You attacking them doesn't.
Wait, I take extra damage from them?
No. If they swing at you, they take 1d4
Oh.
damage. If it's a melee attack.
How's this bad
So,
for me?
That bottom ability.
That's not bad.
Yeah, why would I activate
You
that?
have to be wearing it to use
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, why would I activate that?
I know.
so, Lauren,
Fire
I can't
resistant.
find anything. I can't find anything on it. So it is.
Damn, it's cleric. He's
I
your
can't
best
find
friend.
It gives you caster
Well, let's
bonuses
see
to
if we
each
can
skull.
find
Oh no,
the,
not that. What I mean is
I will hope you get some kind of
let's see if we
resistant
can
fire.
find
the
an
stack
Arabic
maximums.
Oh, they're in the
for
beginning.
Legion.
They're at the very beginning where races are.
Why are we using the name Legion now all of a sudden?
Just does.
Just cause?
I should look at
Requirements.
Legion and just take that. Well, it's all
Right
just
there.
Legion in
That's the
different
Minimax
languages.
right there.
Oh, I see.
You're just
What
gonna have the name Legion in different languages?
Oh my god, I'm gonna laugh at this game so hard I'll probably piss myself. With
What is-
Riley running around with that.
what is
Okay,
that?
so elves, they're all 18s.
It's so boring.
So the maximum
What?
Legion.
is 18.
Jaunts.
Okay.
My name
Thank
is
you, Legion.
Jaunts.
Oh, they help you.
Ben's got the most mundane, harmless one at the table.
I'm the most
Come on.
mundane.
No, literally, his is the most mundane. so far.
Ilkus. I like it.
Well, that's because he can
I
make
like
it work.
No, it was random draw. It's all random draw.
It's all random draw.
Seriously?
Yeah, that's what the cards are for. It's random draw.
Ilkus.
There's 56 pre-names, 56 after names.
What language is
Okay,
that?
what would be my AC with my dex at 16?
8.
Centaur. Oh,
Hey, David.
What?
Are you just gonna scream running into battle? Ali Akbar!
No.
No, I think he has Arabic for Legion now.
Actually,
Imaginary friend's not
knows how to
the folder.
say
If he's not in the
Legion.
folder, it means that they're not playable.
I can't spell it.
The look on Lauren's face says this is not true.
No, it's just his thought pattern on that.
Yeah.
I have characters that aren't in folders that I play all the time.
What?
That sounded sexual.
That sounded bad.
Legion's the greatest.
Was it French?
How do I get my
Al
card
Falag
and weapons
Azam.
and all that?
Your
Just
armor
scream that
it
running
means
into
Legion.
battle. Yeah.
Oh no!
Legion
We're going to hell for this.
Why?
That's terrible. Somebody just gave us a thumbs up and it went away.
They came in for that comment, liked it, and got
left.
scared.
Wow.
Shadow bomb.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do from the sky.
I thought it was. When you said that, I was like, "You're so telling him to run in and scream that." And all I could think of is him screaming, "I am a bomb!"
Yeah. I went to all I can suggest is
Money.
What language is that?
Lithuanian.
Times.
Oh my god.
Because it doesn't know how to pronounce Lithuanian.
Yeah, 61.
So you can say it however you want.
I don't know how it got to Lithuanian, honestly.
I try and use
You're a
Latin.
priest, right?
Well, I was at Latin originally
Get a
for like
base?
Last Shadow and all that, and I was like, oh, Lithuanian.
Big armor.
What?
Big armor.
Yeah, so play now.
I've already given him his card.
No.
No.
No card, no armor, no weapon. I don't know what I'm using.
You're using everything.
Would you like to draw from the deck before you use your money?
No, hush up, Warren.
You're supposed to. You're not supposed to be buying equipment yet. You're supposed to.
I'm already ahead. So
But I want to buy armor.
You'll buy it in game today.
I want to buy armor now.
Hey, David, grab two cards out of that deck.
the reason why I can say about
Hey,
First Legion
Can I
was involved,
ask
this is done
Legion
with
for
her.
one favor?
What?
Hey, I'm asking Legion over there. Can I ask Legion for one favor?
Depending on
Depends.
the favor.
Sarials cannot speak.
You want to be able to speak?
There actually it says that like Sarials through different generations have found magic items or devices allow them to speak common. I'm just asking for something like that.
like a
Oh, he
necklace.
got a club.
Oh no.
I see nothing against
What's
it.
bad about a club?
So that way I can talk to the party rather than be like, oh!
I agree for it. Yeah,
I'm still gonna be making squawk noises though.
Yeah, that sounds fine with
I
me.
need to tell my party to run. Woo! Woo!
Evil.
He's an animal. I can speak to him.
There we go.
No,
I'm a cleric of animals.
different
No,
languages.
yes, different, yeah.
Oh,
It's a legit different
No,
language.
no, he can talk to me.
Oh, you can?
Oh.
Even
Maybe.
if Joe can talk to lizards, he'd be able to do the halfway.
What is it?
Well, no, I'm an
He can talk to lizards.
So you can talk
And
to
if you're a
you.
lizard folk, he'd be able to talk.
I'm a
He's
Sarial
elf.
though.
You're taking
Oh, you're the Sarial. Never mind.
Yes,
I thought you
not
were
lizard
lizard
folk. I was thinking about it until I saw like the max decks and all that.
Yeah, no, I
Right, let me
I
see,
agree
guy.
with you being able to
That,
find something
And
to
if I
talk
ever
common.
went to a desert, I would die.
Also, your ring is gas.
I just
You
read
can put a
Savage.
little collar with a little bow
The next
in it.
step of
No.
the next step of brutal. Savage. You now take 2 dice where you would normally take 1.
No, hey.
Great sword is 2d6, so it would become 4d6.
Legion gives him a collar that says
I wanna use a
property of
warhammer, to
Legion.
be honest.
It does.
You gotta type it in here. Suggestions right here.
Okay.
Oh, Riley. What would you do to Riley?
Riley, wow, that took a long time, Nathan.
Hey now.
Giggity.
Riley gets a boyfriend, that's what happens.
Wow, and this character isn't.
Freedom first.
Well, I don't know how I was going about it.
I gotta go ahead with it for now.
I gotta go to class.
Polish. Justin Bum.
We've got a cigarette.
I don't want to be a centaur.
Be a satyr.
I don't want to be
Wait,
a
you
satyr.
don't. Why would you want to be a centaur?
Because it allows me to be both a
Ridden?
fighter, no, and
That's
a
cool.
mage.
OG, I win.
Okay. You just don't want to be ridden.
No, I don't want to be ridden.
I forgot the people's names.
I will make myself a saddle that has spikes on it. So that way anyone who tries to ride me will severely regret it.
Worth it.
Well, this is
Okay, you
You
take
better
the
believe I would saddle up. I'm gonna fly
I
down.
literally
and
remember
land
it because
on
it's jail.
I don't remember names.
I'm gonna put those spikes they put on rooftops that keep birds away. I'm gonna put those all over me if I
What?
become a centaur.
They have spikes that keep birds away.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, pigeon spikes. That's actually what they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them's.
I've never known this. Okay. So I can
Now there are
actually get
anti-homeless
+2 to
spikes.
hit.
Okay, so we put on
Not only are there
suggestion.
pigeon spikes now,
Yes,
Riley,
that's
there's now anti-homeless
Yeah,
spikes.
But no, there's 2 people.
Any hole spikes?
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's
I
five
think I've seen pictures of that.
Yep.
It's
They
just,
put them out in front of hotels so they can't sleep in their entryways.
Yep.
It was like that in New York in front of that Marriott that we went to.
oh.
I know a lot about stuff.
That, you're not wrong.
I really want to be a wizard, but they can't be wizards. Why?
Hey, do something for me, Josh.
What?
Check in the kids. There's probably something there that allows you to be a wizard.
I might be able to. Let me double check Wemmick.
I mean, I don't know. What do the hedge mates have?
You're really trying to get him killed, aren't you?
No.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
die anyway.
I just looked at like the description of the hedge mage. I skimmed it, and it was like, that is very much so Josh. Blame for literally everything.
Tribal defender, no. Pit fighter, no. Fine, I'm looking it up.
Okay, I really don't remember. There it is.
Hedge wizard.
Hedge wizard.
Hedge wizards are humanoids who have learned magic through private study. Though they are usually hermits or social outcasts, they often aid in time of
Why does
need.
that remind me of the Mystic?
Though they realize that
It-
no
it
hedge
does,
wizards
doesn't
are
it?
really trusted by the
That is how the mystics also
Blame for
describe it.
general misfortune. Wizards spend their time puttering about.
Who says they
carrying
have to be
on
evil?
mysterious researches that keep humanoids around them in awe and fear. This doesn't say that they experiment on humanoids. It just says that you can.
You
don't
can.
have to.
That's what they're known for.
Yeah. So just because you're known for it doesn't mean you have to.
Break the mold, Josh.
Exactly. I can be a trailblazer
You'll just be an
for
orphan.
hedge wizards.
I'm sure.
If you ever say hedge wizard around Aldrin, I will murder that person so fast. I literally will.
I'm pretty
He's
sure
dealt
they
with
don't
about
exist.
12 of them
Wait,
now.
oh, okay.
Really?
Noldrin will murder you.
Aldrin has literally murdered a hedge wizard. Because the person goes, I'm a hedge, and as soon as they said hedge whiz, their head was already off.
I'm
Oh,
hedge
wow.
wizard.
Because I know hedge wizards for two things.
So what if they said I'm a hedge wizard, and they were just like trimming a hedge?
Oh, I still would have killed them.
They just
what
said over there,
if-
I'm a hedge wizard.
What if they were
He's
trying
got
to say I'm a
this
hedge
magnificent
wizard?
topiary.
Doesn't matter.
What if they try to say I'm a hedge wizard?
If you look like a wizard and you're like, I'm a hedge wizard, it's just like, no.
Actually, it looks like
You
Gardner.
don't deserve to live.
It's a wizard that looks
If
like
you look
Gardner.
like a gardener and you say you're a hedge wizard, I'd probably just be like, okay, this person had the full arcane bullshit on.
What if they are actually
I'm a
wizards?
hedge wizard.
It's a wizard that wears gardening equipment and
Scholar.
loves gardening, loves foliage.
What if they think they're a hedge wizard because they don't actually know what a hedge wizard is? So they're
Doesn't
actually
matter,
some
they're
kind of
dead.
plant. They think they're a plant wizard,
Yeah.
and they call themselves a hedge
Technically,
wizard.
wouldn't that be a druid?
Yeah, they're a druid, and
They're
they're
stupid druids.
It's a druid. Calls
a
himself
very
hedge
stupid druid that calls themselves "I'm a hedge wizard."
wizard. Head
You know
wizard.
what? I have
Or
the
a
perfect
druid that acts
idea for my centaur. You
And
know
knows
what? I'm
exactly
gonna
what they're
go as a
saying?
centaur.
Okay.
Put that on hand.
I was going to.
Where do we talk about like starting students from?
Don't know. Code of the gallon.
I hate the Iron Throne.
Do you?
Yeah.
So what does
Red Wizards of Thay. If you're a Red Wizard of Thay, I won't even let you finish that sentence.
I'm a
What's
red
a red wizard of Thay?
I'm a red wizard of May.
Red Wizards of Thay is an organization gathering all magic users of Thay, servicing also as a ruling caste that is majocracy.
Major
Okay.
crassy.
So in Dragon Age, the guys from the north, whatever
No.
they're
A
called.
Treventer.
Deventer, yeah. So they're basically the Deventer.
The Archon would be a good
Red
example.
Wizards of Thay will attempt to kill and dissect all potential magic users they ever come across.
So no
No, that's
Marians.
not like
Oh, shit.
Saventer. That's not like Saventer.
Yeah, you're right.
So they're no Marians.
No, they'll dissect people and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, that's why I said that's not
I
like
hate
Saventer.
Fae. I hate Fae so bad. Oh, you're a wild mage? Let me dissect you and find out how it works.
That's
Oh,
not
hey,
what I
you
would
can
do.
use a magic
That
spell.
sounds
I
more like
can't.
some of the Templars.
Oh, wait.
yeah.
You can use a magic spell. I can't. Let me cut your head open and eat your brain so I can find out what it'll do.
That's my player.
That's what Faes do. That's why I don't like Red Wizards of Fae.
Well, some of
That
that
sounds
I
more
would
like some
probably
of the
do.
Templars.
The Red Wizards of Fae are like, yeah.
Well, the
They're
ones
above
that
and
aren't
beyond
there just
crazy.
Kill all mages.
Proficiency
And then
skills.
the rare, one-of-a-kind ones that are actually there to protect mages and people.
Yeah,
Okay.
those are few and far between.
Cullen with the
They will
he's not
only
even the
they will give a caller to Joseph to speak common, but it must be inscribed, "If lost, please return to Legion."
Wait, him or the caller?
The caller will say, "If lost, please return to Legion."
No, I mean, which is it referring to? Him or the caller?
I heard I got it.
That's a nice one.
That's
I can't use shield.
what?
It's a restriction.
You're a cleric?
Yeah.
Clerics can use shields.
I thought it said in here restriction.
Let me see your prayer book.
I mean,
Cleric should be able to use shields, no problem.
Are you the cleric of death?
no, I am cleric of animals.
Animals.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
Midway down that
Oh, you accept it. Never comes at you. It's my shine.
He's a redhead too.
Wow.
He's a ginger then.
Mm-hmm.
Should I switch
So-
this around then?
No, non-metal shield. You can only use non-metal shields.
Wearing this
Oh.
armor, I have a minus
It's not metal.
50% to pickpockets.
Can't pickpocket.
I will pickpocket.
Does it gain
I will
what?
It's
specialize
made out
in
of a shell, like a
pickpockets
turtle shell.
As a gallon.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. So would it get like, what is it, D4 charges back per day?
You get 4 charges a day that you can push somebody.
So I probably shouldn't use a warhammer then. I'll probably go with mage.
No, Warhammer. In one hand and shield in the other.
Oh, okay.
It's a turtle shield.
So where's the money?
Well, it said they're usually
It's in
fashioned
the,
after animals and stuff.
Yeah, it's a turtle shield.
My weapons are supposed to be fashioned like after animals.
Yeah, it's a turtle shield.
No, I mean like the weapon. Like the warhammer isn't really.
Use a goat head on the top. Goat horns. Bam, done.
Warhammer.
Oh, second ed takes a lot longer to roll up characters and get them all fixed than first ed. First ed, remember y'all were all done within like an hour, and you're like, what's going on?
And fifth.
Wait until 3.5. Me and Joseph will be done already.
Yeah, Joseph and Ben will be done super fast. I'm pretty sure you guys haven't even looked into proficiencies yet.
Nope.
Nope.
Probably.
I did
I'm
already.
just now getting to create my character.
So, well,
Where's player's handbook? Joe's got it? Okay.
Alrighty.
It's okay.
I'm looking at specialization.
Who hasn't gotten their card yet? Josh?
Josh, Sierra.
However,
I got it.
um,
You got one? Okay.
I know what I am now. I am a centaur fighter mage.
I have nothing to say about this.
And that's Josh.
pick a card.
Grab
Pick
the
2
file.
cards.
What's so weird about that? I'm a dinosaur.
Wait, so what's up with
flying
the clubs?
dinosaur
Why would
fighter.
it be like?
Yeah, you're about to be a dinosaur.
Club
that
is a nice
have
one to get.
Legion's collar.
It doesn't matter if he does it.
So I can talk to people.
You should make
I mean, he needs the rest of the cards back too.
I know, but I want to give my
I
cards
can also
directly
just
to
not
you.
wear it. I mean,
Whatever.
It's not that I don't trust you.
Oh,
You
my
don't
phone's
trust
dead.
It's just that I don't trust
What?
I know you.
I need
don't
somebody to
trust
charge my phone.
I have a phone charger.
I don't want in
Please.
the car.
My phone's dead. I can't look up the PDF I was looking at.
Well, I mean, I'm
But
gonna
here's the thing, though. I've come up with an idea. I'm going to have a special. Well, eventually, once I have
Can you
gold,
whip this up?
I'm going to have a special suit of armor tailored
Who
to this
needs
character.
it?
I am too.
I don't know.
Because it's like all
Here's the thing, though. I'm a synth.
Lauren,
Yeah.
My
Has a
fist is
USB.
completely bare. So,
Yeah, my USB port is back.
you only have one?
Yeah, that's why I'm bringing that divider with me.
Oh. Well,
Oh.
chest while people to death. Let's go, bro.
It makes me think of the whole it looks good.
This is gonna be good. And I'm gonna like cast a spell on it. It's gonna be like really big and glowy. I'm gonna go.
Rust.
Okay.
Josh, nothing like a good rust.
It is wrong.
It's Josh. We should know this. Okay.
There's nothing quite like a good
Oh.
rust.
Nothing good like thrusting through your
Oh my
enemies.
Alright. I'm gonna have to make him throw this card back.
Why?
Diamond chain boots.
I'll take that.
And he can't wear boots.
Why can't I wear boots?
You're a centaur!
You're a centaur!
So?
Make them diamond horseshoes.
Yeah,
Hey, Josh will have horseshoes!
So?
No, it has to have a bottom.
Yeah, who?
For the effect to take place, it has to have a bottom.
Yeah, the horseshoe.
So
You literally cannot benefit from this.
The horseshoe has bottom.
Because it literally says it can. If I actually did 4 of them, it would totally fuck up the spell or the effect. So you need to
just weaken it. Why would it do that?
For every shoe that you have equipped, it gives you more effects.
Just like half it.
You can.
Why?
Because you can't have one in D&D.
I'm sure you can. Just make it require 2.
Sure you can.
Sure you can. So guess what I can do, Lauren?
What?
I can dance.
You can
do
do
it.
That is a bonus proficiency. Also, ancient languages.
What weapons are you using?
I don't know. I haven't got a
How about
chance
the
to
clue?
look.
What's your class?
Fighter mage.
Fighter mage?
You haven't lost your singing. You haven't lost your singing. Damage dealing.
I just know I get at least 4.
Dancing.
4 very useless
Because when I
for
was playing
survival.
before, I would always sing a dance.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Good. That'd be perfect for a barbarian.
How do I pick my non-weapon proficiency?
By the way, there's a holy barbarian in this. You know that, right?
No.
Yep.
That's great.
I'm
There's a holy
specializing
barbarian.
in the battle axe and the spear. I claim this now.
Well, I'm specializing
Nice.
in
I'm just
jousting
saying.
lance.
I'm saying this out loud so you know it.
Okay.
What
I'm
is
supposed
it?
to have the battle axe and spear. I'm taking specialization in both. I have 4
going
slots
to
for
need
weapon proficiencies.
So much help.
and I'm sacking 2 of them to specialize in the 2.
So you're double specializing?
Mhm.
God, Joseph's gonna get a +1. Joseph's gonna get a +2 to hit on those weapons.
No,
What?
it's a +1 to attack and +2 to damage
Yeah.
for all rolls.
Yeah.
And it's also
that's-
it changes the speed in which I do damage.
That
What?
stupid ass.
It makes him
My
faster.
melee weapons
Okay.
per round is 3/2.
So that means
3.
at level 3, Joe will attack twice. Where most fighters
Yeah,
get it
I'll
at
show you
level
in a bit.
3/2? No, he'll have 2 attacks at level 2. Every 2 levels Joe goes up, he'll get another attack.
It's
So
3/2 for level 1 to 6, so I'm not sure what that means.
Oh, so that means level. That means
I
one
thought
round
that
you'll
was-
take 1 swing, next round you'll take 2 swings. Next
Okay.
round you'll take 1 swing, next round you'll take
By
2
the way,
swings.
I'll probably specialize in some
So I'll
kind of
just have my 2
lance or
swings
something.
very well.
So,
Because, I mean, I'm a centaur.
So it's
that
literally
seems
gonna be
pretty
swoop from the
appropriate.
sky and be like, oh!
So you're a centaur fighter, you said?
So-
What?
Me? No, I'm a Sariel fighter.
Is that what she was? A Sariel,
Yeah.
what is?
I'm a flying
I
dinosaur.
can't breathe, man.
What are you at?
Nice.
And my movement speed flying is
She
24
really is.
spaces.
I really am.
what did you do, Josh?
No,
I'm
Josh.
sorry.
I so think the noise made
I
it
was
worse.
like,
That was
oh,
terrible,
yeah.
Josh. You literally did not leave.
Well,
I knocked him up.
I'm hot now.
I feel like I can say with any of my
If I slide him,
I just fall down at him.
Knock him up 3 spaces, you can dive in.
I love your shield.
grenade-like missiles.
I don't know which one.
I'm sorry.
Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot?
Are
You
you
don't
okay
want me
with
to
both?
get
She got nightmares of that.
Oh god, that just killed me.
because I have 3 knives in my hand.
Okay.
It would kill you, it would hurt you.
That kill me.
Wow.
It would kill me.
Stab her in the toe. I'm dead.
Oh
It's a
no,
wounding
I'm
battle.
not that nice.
No, she's not.
I'm not that nice.
You could always
Which means I could just like, it's gonna be the death from 1,000 stat, you know,
That's not
1,000
how
knives
I
kind of
would
thing.
do it.
Isn't that one of
If
those
I had
things you
time.
kill with the rascal?
With her, I just
Yep.
go to the kneecap.
So is the
Because
death
they're
for
really
wizards intelligence?
Elbow, shoulder.
What's on your forehead?
Are you
Elbow.
stuck right?
Literally, it's one of those things like, I will
I'm not
fly
saying
by
murder
its
you.
roll.
I'm
Well,
not
it's
saying
time to go
murder
hunt
you.
for rascal.
She put a sticker on me.
What's it say? Come here.
Nothing.
Right?
It's
I
just
wish it
it's
was
just a
clear
sticker I
though.
pulled out of the
Because
cracker
then I could have
jacks
kept
that I was
space
eating.
between me and the enemy instead.
Oh, I got one of those. I forgot what happened.
Are you trying
I'm
to?
the only one in the
I mean, yeah.
class, like,
Come here, I didn't read it.
The rogue?
yeah.
Probably.
Whoa, level
Go
fast.
for some of your podcast her, yeah.
So I'm kind of going against the book a little bit because it says the ones of this type are generally male, and mine's not.
Are you playing a female?
Yeah.
I took your idea of like, it's not the brothers coming back, it's going to be the one sister.
The one sister.
I'm efficient with
No,
all armor,
no.
all weapons.
I'm not against
asking
it.
what they were doing with her.
Plus, two.
Never.
She was too tough, they couldn't get anywhere with her.
Thank you.
Can you go back
Well,
to what
that's why the
you
two
were-
brothers took action.
On each other.
Yeah,
It was like,
yeah, that was two of them.
because I can see, because it's a plus.
Well, hey,
She gave me the idea of modeling her as slightly up to Jane's helmet with a fire.
Yeah.
I guess incest is best. David's playing.
No, it's not.
I admire David.
Because,
What is he doing?
He's playing a girl.
Okay, and
there we go.
That
was
suspicious as.
Well, I thought
Yeah.
Lauren's idea
The
was like
line
it being a little
fighting
twist
thing.
that's not only the brothers that are coming out.
You're about to hear that story.
And then
I
at
literally
some point,
one member of the family that stayed home to protect
Yeah.
the forest in the area.
We're all protected.
what?
Everyone's saying that now.
Okay.
If I get some more
So,
proficiency.
Jesus.
Okay.
Hold on, I got a meme to show you. Just
Oh boy. Which meme?
don't worry about it.
Okay.
Oh, my story.
What?
Lauren, what is wisdom used for? May I ask?
It
Spells.
gets worse.
Saving throws.
Are these for saving throws?
Okay.
Yeah, they can increase your saving throws.
Good thing I got a high there.
What are you
Wait.
gonna put in?
How does dual wielding work on two lists?
You have to have a dex of 18. You get a -2 on your main hand, a -4 on your own hand.
Unless you're a blade bard.
No. If you have a 19, then it's a -1, -3.
Blade bards
How does
actually do have something saying that.
Huh?
So I hear like
Tax
Greek
per hour
mythology going.
One attack.
Yeah.
And a weapon.
trying to
Blades
decide if I
trained
want,
to
like-
perform with weapons.
Now, there's also the proficiency for dual wielding,
Yeah, that's what
which will take it down another point.
All
For every
right.
proficiency in dual.
Oh,
See, you could take that second weapon.
my race.
What do you think of your stats?
Game of Thrones.
I'm not allowed to tell you anything about your stats. Remember? I am completely hands off.
Although all thieves are allowed to
Yeah,
attack
I
with
think
two
of-
weapons,
Sorry.
blades
that's all good.
suffer no penalty to their main hand and only a -2 to the attack roll on their secondary weapon. They are considered ambidextrous and can shoot a bow equally with either left or right
She's
hand.
just paranoid.
They can wield a sword in either hand.
Well, no, even
They can throw a dagger in either hand.
Be gone.
All with no penalty. When a blade tries to catch small weapons that are thrown at him, the attack roll is made using the blade's level as a bonus.
What's a
Oh yeah,
what's a
I
main
forgot about that.
main god? I don't know what that is.
Main gun.
No, main G-A-U-C-H-E, main god.
Mangouche,
Yeah, what is that?
Mangouche.
Raphael's weapon. No, Mangouche is like Raphael's weapon on the end of a pole.
Oh, okay.
Mango.
That would be cool. I like this. That would be awesome.
Flashes.
Would I get an extra 5 feet of reach on that? Yeah.
Wait, stuff you have not scrolls.
Los Angeles.
What?
I know all three.
Well, I don't know any of them.
Because there's a lot of these far also.
Maybe won't you come my way?
I might use that. I don't know.
Bad bougie.
Chad Brown.
Raindrops. Drop.
What kind of weapon is a Bill? I didn't know there was a weapon named after Bill. I didn't know.
I didn't know his last name, honestly.
It was the thing that killed him.
Huh?
It was the thing that killed him.
I remember his name was Chad because she told me.
Level up.
What about what are the drop weapons?
I don't think it's
They're for
named
like
after
the
someone named
cooking
Bill.
and stuff like that. It's in the main. Bill.
Is that the list was like armor and all that?
Yeah, armor, cooking.
I'm gonna use like anything that dies, pretty much.
I thought it was
Just go over, but
What was the first one?
What's a bill?
Better than
That's
nothing.
what it is.
I have
No,
I
the
have
poison's stupid. You shoot me, next round I take 1 point of damage.
Yeah.
You shoot me again, next round I take 2 points of damage.
But that's
Next round you shoot me, it keeps stacking.
That's if they fail.
all they have to do is make
Oh.
you
Okay.
Oblivious.
Yeah, I mean that sounds good to me.
If I make the poison saving throw,
Wow.
Then it starts over.
Is it
and then you
poison?
just start it again.
Is it a save versus death kind of poison?
No, it's save versus poison.
I got advantage on that.
Yeah,
I think
he's
it's
not from
damage.
Oklahoma. I'm fine.
I'm so glad none of you got one of the
I
wilds.
don't trust anyone in Oklahoma.
David?
One of the wilds was
What did I do?
of Diablo. And the other
You were
one
born in her.
But you were born in Oklahoma, right?
Yes.
Oh God.
Spent my
So,
first
yeah.
13 years up in Ohio.
Of
Yeah.
Diablo.
I
Can I
think I'm
trade
from
non-weapons for one
life in
weapon?
Ohio.
See, my problem was I was born in California. All my family.
Okay, so
Why,
I
what weapons are you
finally
loading, Joe?
So I don't really
I can
trust the law.
specialize in metal axe and spear and
All my
build
all my
and
mom's
proficiency in
family's from
all
California.
weapons. I'm a fighter.
Well, no, my dad's
I'm
family's
just
from California.
specialized
Half, part of my
Did you
dad's
still
family's
use the
from
race
California. The other, my
So I might
mom's
need
family's
to
from
find out
Florida.
my bonuses.
And
up
then
in
the other half
Yeah,
of my
you
dad's
still get
family is all in Oklahoma. But
I don't
they're
think
all
one-
in North Oklahoma.
Yeah, I did that. I fixed all my
Oh,
plus
fit in
one
there.
bonus.
Oh, and then everybody gets +1 to intelligence for this campaign.
Do we?
Because the king has decided so.
I knew that's what I wanted to do.
Hold on there.
Con.
Wow.
Hmm.
The blade would be so good at dealing with other
One
people.
of these things doesn't.
Hey, finish your character sheet.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I don't know what else I need to put on here.
I was afraid of it.
There was this one time.
I have a class. I have a race. What do I need
I'm so,
next?
I'm so thinking about sack and
Okay.
spear now.
Where do I find proficiency?
Yes.
I will talk to all of y'all at proficiency.
Are you just going with base class, right?
Because if I sack and
Or
spear
is it base class? Or are you...
Let me see. Luke, have you got your proficiencies yet?
The sky.
No.
It'd be like one attack. My next round.
Okay, guys.
One
But
attack.
Guys, I'm going to cover this right now then.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Proficiencies are special abilities your character has that are almost like everyday situations. So, let me
My
explain.
mom's name is Gresham.
Let's start at the very beginning.
My last name is
Proficiency skills. If you are a warrior of any kind, you have 4
It's Greek, it
proficiency
means that
skills.
Okay.
For weapons.
Isn't that the
For
guy
weapons.
who...
Wizards get 1. Priests and clerics get 2. Rogues get 2.
Yeah, that's the Titan.
Okay? But
That's
you're
the Titan that ate
multi-class.
Zeus.
You are what?
That was their dad.
No. You're a fighter mage, right? So you add them
Yeah,
together,
that's
which is
total.
5.
He ate
Divide by 2, which is 2.5. So you get 2.
So wait, that's for what? Special abilities? You get 4?
No.
Oh.
Weapon proficiency.
What do you divide them though?
Okay, mine just said something about
Because
with
you
the-
have divided your experience, you have divided your expertise.
see that's all.
Divide everything.
You are a divided character.
James literally means nothing.
with mine, it says that I had like 6 weapon slots or something, but my katana is taken up by 2.
Yeah.
And
Slots.
yeah.
Weapon slots. A normal character has 4.
Lionel Richie.
A fighter can have 4 weapons at a time in 2nd edition.
Oh, it said something.
You can carry 6.
All I know is.
Okay, so I can carry 6, but
Yes.
Chronos
Okay, I
and
didn't know.
time. Alright, time
She's
to go.
making
So it's pretty much you can
a
carry
pair
a
of
katana and 4 extra weapons.
Okay.
Middle name.
Here
So
we
just
go.
start throwing
My
that.
first name means like
She basically related to so many people.
logo.
Other things
Pretty
related
much.
to my family.
How many of you got an intelligence over 11? Okay. Intelligence over 11?
We all smart.
Okay.
Pretty much most of my-
So,
most of my
everybody
family
will
has two
get
kids who
plus
suck, so I'm
1
bad about that.
weapon proficiency.
Oh. Yay.
Is dual weapon 1? Is it two-handed weapon
So
or whatever it is?
3.
We'll find out for you, Joe.
If not, then I'm gonna have to sack something. Really with the two-handed weapon.
I don't see anywhere for putting that on here.
It sounds fun.
Dex of 19.
Bottom right.
Oh.
So I hope I'm not related to
I have an 18 strength, 14 dex, 14 con, 18
Dual wielding
intelligence.
is a weapon proficiency.
We have done unfriendly twos all the way back to Jesse James.
Yeah.
But
Dual wielding is 1 slot.
Yes! She refuses to do that because she refuses to get in touch with her family.
You can get dual wielding, it's 1 slot.
Okay, so
Oh, my dad.
I'm
yeah,
a little
that's
like lost.
You need to assign what weapons you are superly proficient with.
Okay.
You are proficient with a broad band of weapons. Like Joe can pick up any weapon and attack with it.
No.
But these weapons you can pick up and you'll get a +1 to hit.
Okay.
No.
What?
If anything you're not proficient, take -1 too.
Yeah.
No,
These are the
she's
ones you
literally
won't
going
take
to
any
talk.
negatives to.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I can use any weapon, but I'm gonna take negatives unless they're a battle
Yeah,
axe.
fighters. If a fighter picks up any random weapon, they get a -1 penalty on it. If a wizard picks it up, it's a -3. Oh wait, wizards are -5, excuse me. Clerics are -3, rogues are -2.
Wow.
So I get -3 on most things?
No, -3 if you pick up a weapon you don't know how to use.
I might be that wrong.
Okay. So what it says here is it says the samurai and ronin start with 2 free extra weapon proficiency slots.
So you would start with 6.
Okay.
That means
but-
you get your initial weapon proficiency is negated.
Okay, so then it goes on to say this. 6 initial weapon proficiencies. Okay, 5 are chosen for him. The samurai and ronin must specialize in katana, 2 proficiency slots, and daikyu, which is 3
So yeah,
proficiency
your
slots.
proficiencies are decided by that. You don't get to choose yours.
So then I have 1 proficiency slot
Yep.
left over.
Yep.
So then I choose.
Kinda
I
nice,
choose.
right?
Who the fuck is that?
Here, we give you extra slots just to take up 5 and 6.
What?
Yeah.
That's what it literally just said.
Okay.
For the weapon.
And then after you're done, I'll have to look
Well,
at the mermaid.
Now, here comes the fun part.
Like, she gets 6 weapon proficiencies.
Yeah.
But one weapon takes up 2 slots and the other takes up 3, so she can pick one.
Yeah.
What weapon takes up 2? I mean, I'm like,
Katana, I think it was. Was it katana?
Yeah,
that took 2?
the katana is 2, and then my longbow is 3.
I just be easy katana.
So then, with the weapon proficiency,
If we all get like an extra weapon,
Ben, what's your intelligence?
I have 2 left.
18.
One left.
Ben, you get a total of 11 non-proficiencies.
Huh? No, I'm gonna live by the ocean anyway.
If we have 12, we don't get anything.
David, what's your intelligence?
17.
Okay, what class are you?
Priest. Or,
You get 10 non-proficiencies.
10 non-proficient.
10 non-proficiencies. You're fixing to find out. Just write it down. What's your intelligence?
I haven't even chose my race yet, so I don't know.
Your
if that's
intelligence.
I know that like does the race
Half
affect
health
that?
is the
I
easiest
know
thing to
it's
do.
good.
Okay, half health. If I
What's your intelligence?
right now it's 19 without adding anything.
I think there might
Probably won't.
What class are you?
You might accidentally get
Fighter.
a race that limits you on.
12
12.
non-proficiencies. Josh, what's your
Oh,
age?
then we
Or
have
what's your intelligence?
proficiencies right
18.
What's your class?
Fighter mage.
Make me do math, he says.
You got 10 non-proficiencies.
Are these
My
bad?
dad said-
Joseph.
My dad said if I was
Fighter,
supposed to
12.
Shit, 2, 3, 6 non-proficiencies.
Is that plus the non-weapon ones?
That's
Does it give you for
6
class?
non-proficiencies. Non-weapon proficiencies.
Is that plus the 3 it says?
No, that's all together. You get
So
6
6
points.
altogether.
Yeah. Riley.
Bard 13.
I named 3.
Because I didn't see where it gave you the extra ones, that's why I'm just.
7 non-proficiencies.
That's what I blew.
Okay,
One
guys.
of this armor.
So, here
My
we go.
brother's name is Cody. And she also did a lot of scripting.
Yeah.
Your mom is sensitive.
What is
I don't think she even.
Wait, you need to choose their job too, remember that.
Yeah, I'll get their
I
job.
realized that I was.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Okay.
hilarious.
Something.
Then he got to.
So, Ben, you've already rolled percentile. What'd you get?
Oh, I got leather working.
No.
Roll percentile.
She wasn't.
Oh my.
All of us?
Yeah, everybody needs to roll percentile. But don't tell me what your percentile is until I look at you. Go
You see
ahead.
that thing come by me? That's what it felt like. I was kind of scared.
That's an alt 1. Alt 4.
Your dice has finally turned against you.
Why are you an armorer?
I was talking.
He got armor.
Oh.
Hey,
Okay.
When rolling for these.
Oh wait, no, Fletcher. Excuse me.
No,
Okay, that's better.
Yeah, 04. I was reading armor.
We're rolling for these.
Language.
Yeah, you got to roll for these.
What do I do?
These
What's
are the secondary skills.
For making arrows?
Person who makes bows and arrows. Sierra.
It makes sense.
17.
You're a forester again.
Chris?
Oh wait, no.
She already started the process for me.
Here.
Roll percentile again.
I'm gonna make cabinets.
99.
I'm gonna steal it.
I'm gonna be a
What'd you
cabinet
get?
maker. 93.
Roll again.
I'm gonna make ugly cabinets. Does that count?
No, you didn't roll.
I would love my brother.
You're gonna make cabinets? I'll
Because
steal
you
them.
know never really have to.
Roll again. If you get this one more time, you're
This
taking
one
it.
is all scared. All the time.
24.
Really? Like her name is Rosie, and she's weird. Like when she falls asleep, she's like away from it, like don't touch me.
That look.
Then when she's awake,
I don't
That
like
look of bewilderment.
You make dolls.
Creepy dolls.
Geisha dolls.
That look like dead necromancers.
The samurai
You
doll.
make
Royal
dolls.
Tailor?
Yeah, she can make clothes from the backs of the dead.
You're a tailor.
You're a tailor. For
Yeah,
him.
you make wet.
Bro, we're partners saying like the most.
You used to make fine clothes and embroiderings for royal families or nobles.
Well, you're a samurai, so.
That's not bad
So
at
that's
all.
what you are.
So take
So,
like
a royal tailor.
a roll to a samurai.
Josh.
I think there's like a story that I
43.
gotta tell you that you'll love.
What does that go
It's about
under?
my friend, his name's-
Why are you mining as a centaur?
That's a great
He doesn't even
question.
use a pick, he just kicks
Roll
it.
one time.
He just kicked it.
He was that Chihuahua. It was his
That's a
dog, right?
61.
His mom's like, "Go let your dog out to go to the bathroom." It's like, she doesn't answer. It's like, let her out there, fine. And he let her out there.
I won't let them pull me in a wagon, but I'll fix
And he goes
wagons.
out there and there's like,
Maybe he pulls his own nicely crafted wagon behind himself.
He's a baby.
Teamster or freighter?
What's Teamster?
Repairs wagons.
Oh.
Animal handling or wagon repair. You talk to horses so they'll pull wagons.
I know it's a crappy job. So I was like,
oh, this happened in Oklahoma, so.
Look, I've been there, okay? It's a hard job. Hard, but you know what? I'll give
You
an
can
extra
graduate too. Josh was an ex-wagon
Aw.
puller. That's the reason he doesn't want anybody to mount him, because he's done it his whole life.
Wait,
Because I'm
what
sick
kind
of
of
the
mount?
shul.
He's sick of being
I like the one.
What kind of mount?
Um,
Yeah, he's sick of being mounted.
Roll again.
It was Teamster or what? What was the other one?
Freighter.
Freighter.
Same thing.
You know that's
31.
Okay, roll again, Joe. So give everybody 2.
My brother prayed.
Why are you not rolling with
On that one.
So,
18.
do I put this in proficiency skills languages?
Because they want to see us on YouTube.
A butcher?
That makes sense.
David?
Okay.
Oh no, the other one's even
He
better.
developed his own style
The other one's even better.
chopping
What's the
meat.
other one?
It's Joe, that's why.
Do I get both or just one?
Do you have blackjack?
Oh, gambler?
Gambler.
That's great.
As a job?
As a job.
So we
I just want you to think.
Are you bluffing me?
Wait.
Ah!
Is that what it was? There was talking about
That means all in, right?
Yes, that is how.
Oh God.
Call the other.
do we put these in proficiency skills languages?
Yes. No, this is your secondary skill.
I'm gonna be a butcher.
You get to put that anywhere you want.
I just made credit.
Okay.
Putting
Hi.
in the proficiency.
I'm in Bordeaux and no one can see me.
Riley must have vivid night terrors that involve sheep.
Why? Why would I have
I
that?
just want to mess with you.
So,
Notice I expected a certain.
79.
I would protect it more.
Yeah, she knows. Should have said anything.
33.
That is the kill.
Okay, one more.
Okay.
Kill millions.
I'm trying to see.
6.
Okay. One of my personal favorites.
Oh, there's stuff on the back.
You are either a jeweler,
Yeah, I still get it.
you appraise gems and jewelry, or
do anything.
you're a farmer.
Meat farmer.
The reflexes is the real farmer.
Jeweler or farmer?
For a split second, my mind thought it was him.
I think farmer
No, I
manager.
feel like you get tickled and you drive 20 miles just to punch him and leave.
Or jeweler from the valley.
Okay.
I would punch you, but I'm afraid of you.
Okay, because we're going into this next part.
Oh, let's
Oh,
see.
farmer.
Okay, fighters, raise your hand.
Please on the homeland section.
All fighters, raise your hand.
Wait, I need to raise mine halfway.
Fighters.
Joe, you're a fighter?
Oh.
Like just
Hey! Not so loud, please.
Kill each other quietly.
Please. Okay, here we go. I'm going to name these off. If you hear one that you're interested in, stop me. Agriculture. Animal handling.
Ah.
Really?
Well, he wants to handle himself.
Okay, it would be one slot
Okay.
if you want to take it, and it'll be in your wisdom slot. It'll use your wisdom.
Oh,
Meaning anytime I tell you to roll animal handling, you'd roll half your wisdom.
Okay.
Without it, you would roll full wisdom.
Can I hear the others first?
Go with whisper.
Animal training.
I want to.
Okay. It's wisdom training. Animal training, wisdom.
You can get more than one.
Artistic ability. And mark off one of your non-weapons for non-proficiency.
Oh, yeah.
You
Where
want
do you mark-
artistic ability?
Yeah.
Write it down.
Where do you mark that off?
I told you earlier how many non-weapon
Oh, that?
proficiencies.
Okay, yeah.
Blacksmith.
Yeah.
Is that like a
Ooh.
general?
Huh?
Like, is it just like a general?
That's the general, yeah.
It's
Okay, it's one slot. Brewer. Brew alcohols. Carpentry. Cobbling. The one that everybody, it's open to everybody. Cooking.
Put your seat on.
Who's cooking?
He's cooking.
Sierra Wright cooking. It's one slot. Dancing.
Okay,
Wait,
it's
that's
Already have it.
Okay.
Yeah, let Tosh be the cook. He
I'll
won't
be the cook.
Okay. All three of you take cooking. You'll be smart.
Okay, yeah, I'll do it.
It's one slot.
I'm a butcher already, so I figured.
Cobbling.
I think it would be great if I was a cobbler.